in Kyuden Tonbo, during the Winter Court, the hobnobbing gathering of everyone who's anyone in Rokugan, unless you're a minor clan, in which case, you're pretty much no one anyways. Last time we checked, the group is still reeling from a myriad of revelations and intense trade negotiations at the last session. Who wants to recap? Also,
the negotiations were short. We engaged in some aggressive negotiations with the katana.
Anything? Do you want to go into further detail?
I assure you, the blockade is perfectly legal.
Do you want to go into further detail?
Lost communications could only
Would you like to go into actual detail?
We had a big talk. A lot of bullshit happened, and the monk is fucking up your peace talks, and basically, you're fucking stupid.
You're fucking stupid. Yes, thank you.
And it was revealed that Doji Damadai is trying to screw us and has been this entire time. So now we're gonna kill him.
Oh, are you? This is news to me.
What do you mean?
We'll find a way.
We were saying this the whole last session.
I mean, you said, oh, well, we don't like him. I don't know about killing him, but that's fine. That's fine. The world is your oyster, my friends.
This sounds suspicious. I don't like that.
I don't like you.
What did I do to you?
You know, what do you mean, what did you do to me? You know what you fucking did. Is Groovy working? Oh, I have Groovy.
Get what you fucking deserve.
There we go.
He's so look at all these shuji I have.
There we go. Oh, he finally got all the Alright.
I got a shuji as well.
I'm gonna shuge my goo.
But I got a shuji that helps me fight.
That's true.
Okay.
Let me ask you guys. Alright, what's the party doing right now? Where are we at right now?
Suffering.
I think last thing we were all confined to quarters, essentially.
We're all confined to quarters.
Yeah, and Gloomy was doing some weird intrigue about trying to date Hosako.
We'll get into that when he gets here. Gloomy's gonna be a little late. You weren't mandated quarantined into your quarters like some of us are right now IRL, but you're probably just awaiting a dinner. A day has passed and tempers have probably cooled down since then. It is now currently the 17th of Shinjo, and there is going to be a fabulous feast this evening.
A feast?
A feast, yes, to officially
okay.
The Winter Court properly.
I guess, was the court not open before? Jeez.
The court was open. It was just oh, I haven't seen you since last Winter Court. Oh, it's so nice. Let's catch up. Yada yada, that kind of bullshit.
But Captain,
how do you know about my wife? Alright, so
because I always carry it on the weekend.
They would like to do.
Rumi wants to go track down some Kaiju.
Some Kaiju specifically, okay. I got a question for you though, real quick, Rumi. How's Rumi actually feeling? Because he had kind of an intense last 5 minutes in that last.
He's pretty fucking mad. He doesn't like being used, and he doesn't like Damadai. So the combination of those two things is real unpleasant for him.
All right, you want to find a Kaiju specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. There are a number of. Wait, no, I'm browser. I'm gonna write one of these days. There are a number of crab dignitaries here. The one you're looking for probably is a guy named Kayu Katakatsu, and you hear him before you see him. He is quite loud, quite boisterous, and let's put Ruby down. So over at it. Let's see here. You don't need to be here anymore. You don't need to be here anymore. Where's Rumi? Where's the fucker? There's Rumi. He appears to be talking with some older man, catching up about times past. The old man's kind of got this long gray beard. He's smoking a kiseru, and he's just hobnobbing it up with what's his face, Katakatsu here. Katakatsu is just the polar opposite of this guy. He's very loud, very boisterous, and makes his presence known just super fucking easily.
Take a shot anytime Spider uses the term hobnobbing.
There's a myriad of drinking games you can use for my honestly. Hobnobbing is one of them. I happen to like the term. Is that so wrong?
No.
It sounds like he's going down on the other guy. I'm gonna be honest with
What?
you.
Hobnobbing is in no way sexual, Milton. What the fuck's wrong with you? Get your mind out of the fucking
Sucking
gutter.
on his knob.
Hobbing on his knob. Anyways,
Corn on the cob.
what does Rumi say
Oh,
to the boisterous hobnobbing crab?
I mean, it's the polite thing to do to not intrude on the conversation, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I
you can
guess
probably
he'll-
just like make your presence known, and they'll like acknowledge you at some point.
Yeah, he'll, make his presence known, but then otherwise wait for them to be done talking.
The older man in the blue with the long white beard cracks a joke that you couldn't quite overhear, and Katakatsu just goes, ah! Oh, and it just goes on like that for like dead ass like 5 minutes.
Dead ass.
Katakatsu finally finishes and just turns to you immediately and goes, "All right, what do you want?" I've been standing there for like 5 minutes. Come on, let's get over with.
Yes, I'm Kakita Rumi, and I understand that the Kaiju have knowledge of how to create very impressive prosthetic limbs. I have a friend in need of a hand.
There's a lot of folks in need of a hand. What was it, Kakita-san? I don't know how much help I'm gonna be of you. We got like a few months? Gonna need a lot longer than that to get what I teach you. What are you looking for? A leg? An arm?
Just a hand.
Oh, just a hand. All right, nothing weird. Good. Just a hand. He looks to the other guy. Actually, I have his name written down somewhere. Hold on a second. Yeah, he looks to the other guy and says, Nobujin, let me take this guy aside for a little bit. And the other guy nods, takes a long drag of his pipe, and is on his way. He says, a whole hand, huh? You want one whole hand?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want on it? You want it to explode? You want a hidden knife compartment?
A hidden compartment, not necessarily for a knife, because the person it's for will try to include one if there isn't, and he will fuck it up.
Of course. Oh. I think I might know the kind of person you're talking about. How much do you know about that?
Orc.
I would say a fair bit.
How much do you know about metalworking?
Quite a bit.
Show me.
Is Kyo still here?
Am I?
Good question, yeah.
Well, I guess
Well,
Kyo's in the vicinity, but...
Probably haven't had like
I'm
an
like-
immediate reason to leave.
Yeah, I'm like around somewhere, I guess.
In fact, the visiting Mantis dignitary carries some of my finest work with him.
Is a fucking mantis here? What the fuck? What the hell is this? This guy, to the viewers unenlightened, the crab, this guy is like part of the crab clan, and they're notorious for just like having no social graces whatsoever. Where all the rest of Rokugan is like stuck up and like really prim and proper, and the crab are just like not shit peasants, but like they're a little rough around the edges.
They're shit peasant.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, they are kind of shit peasants, but we're rough around the edges. You know, I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to sell it.
Shit peasant.
They're a shit peasant.
The crab are good boys.
I mean, yes. I didn't say they weren't. I just said they were shit peasants.
Alright, I guess we'll go track down Kyo so Rumi can show off Utsubo.
All right. Sure. What is Kyo doing? Is Kyo doing anything in particular? Or is it just like drinking sake?
Yeah, I guess he's just hanging out. He had his intense discussion already.
Yeah, that was probably like last night. You've probably all had like a long night's rest. And you're like trying to just doing what you want. All right. So
Could
What's up?
could you recap like for me what the like emperor had said?
The Emperor,
Like what the conclusion they'd come to?
Sure. So, your goal was you wanted the Emperor to name you heir to the Mantis clan, and
Right.
work your way up to the Great Clan status from there. Right? Do I have the gist of that?
Yeah, well, give the Mantis the Great Clan status while naming me heir, because then they would have, a kami.
Akami is their progeny.
Yeah.
She humored your talks, and she said, while it is while I can just say no, this person is not the Mantis Clan heir anymore. It's just not done. It's she can theoretically make someone not a samurai. She just wouldn't do that because it's completely unprecedented and kind of an awful thing to do. But she did say, if the rumors are true and the Mantis Clan heir, it really is a threat to stability. If he really is just an unstable, merciless reaver or pirate, she would consider giving Kyo her blessing to press a claim or maybe petition the current clan champion to be named heir.
Yeah.
And that would give that would probably be the next best thing, is just give immediate legitimacy to Kyo's claim. The imperial favor is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
She of course was, while she was humoring you, she kind of specifically said, "Oh, you're just being hypothetical, right? In order for you to save face, because this is dangerously close to trying to usurp your lord territory, and it may incur honor losses depending on how far you go. But that's for you to go, not me."
Right.
Might get kind of dicey. Okay, so does that answer your question?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Alright, so Kyo is, I imagine, just kind of lounging about, maybe rummaging over what he thought about the talks last night.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and you don't have any trouble finding each other, Rumi, Kyo.
Alright. Suppose Rumi will knock or something.
Hello, Rumi.
Do you have a moment? I wanted to show off the sword I made you to this man.
Sure.
Alright. Let's see here. Kanekatsu puts on a pair of spectacles, and his eyes just grow to be twice their size. You know, that kind of comical effect. Haha, funny laugh. He puts them on, he kind of furrows his brow a little bit, and he draws his finger over the edge of it. It comes back bloody, and kind of he looks over the heft of it, and just all the craftsmanship, and says, "Well, it makes a fine mantelpiece, I'll give you that. Very impressive, especially for one so, maybe young. But really," he says as he sheathes it and hands it back to Kyo, "it's, perhaps not up to the snuff of the Kaiju, if that makes sense. I don't mean to give offense or anything, Rumi-san, but, our works tend to be a little more utilitarian."
Yes, I'm aware.
But I can't certainly ignore your, talent with crafting metal and whatnot. Tell you what, I like the cut of your jib. Let's find us a forge.
Alright.
Alright, there is a forge probably you could either just go into town, or there's one in the Citadel somewhere. You don't have trouble finding this.
Alright. What quality of forge is this?
This would be, oh fuck, what are the specifics of that? Because I don't fucking remember how that works.
Theoretically, its regular quality forge is -2 to smithing TNs.
Mm-hmm.
And the high quality legendary Kakita forges are -4.
Ah, I see. This is a -2 then, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of not not bad, not great either. Just very
Kaiju Forge would be -3, presumably.
Yeah, this is
not as good as the Kakita Forge. Fuck you, Kaiju.
He pulls out some anatomical things, anatomical references. There's a couple of engineering texts and stuff that he has with him, and you kind of look it over, and it's a little difficult to parse. It's not really your purview. And he says, "Alright, I want you to make me a mock-up to these specifications. Just a framework for now. Not really anything impressive, but I do want to see what you're capable of. Let's see it." He claps his hands together, and he sits down, and he stares at you intently.
A framework of what?
Framework for just like, it would be like the literal metal framework for like a prosthetic hand.
Ah, I see. Alright. I guess Rumi will start poking through the books just to make sure this is all fresh in his mind
Okay.
before he starts doing anything.
All right. It's a little. It isn't quite to what you were taught specifically. This is like very mechanical and like hard and straightforward. A lot of like the Kakita curriculum is like the specifics and history and like the art of their craft. This is, like he said, it is very utilitarian. Like there is no frills about this.
Alright. And while he's studying, Rumi will use like his own hand as a reference as he's like looking over bits.
Okay. He like picks up his chair a little bit and like scoots like about a step forward. And like crosses his arms again and stares at you.
Alright. And then once he feels like he's gone over it enough, I guess he will attempt the smithing check. I assume it's the smithing check.
He once again screeches an entire leg's worth forward.
Smithing fire, presumably.
Smithing fire, yeah.
Alright. What's the TN?
The TN is 3. Should be like not terribly
fine, then.
difficult for Rumi.
Alright. Yeah, I'll keep up success, and explosive.
Okay, let's see here. Hang on. There is something relevant that's about to come up here. There he is. Okay. Katakatsu, like, steps up a little bit, and he, like, narrows his eyes at you, and then he looks back he looks at you, and then he looks to the craft, and then he's like, ah, God, what the hell is this? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. No. Move your hand like this. You need to stiffen up. What is with your posture? What is this? What are they teaching you over there? And, yeah, that is his special ability, is Crack the Whip.
Jesus Christ. Well, that gives me an absurd number of ops, but that's gonna be a lot of strife. Jesus.
Let's see what you do with it. That is actually a lot of ops. That's like 7 ops.
Oh.
I don't know if I want to keep that, I'll be honest.
Keep it!
Our bonus success is gonna do anything for me here?
No, but you might get more
impress him
ops.
more, but they won't, like, do anything for you.
You
mechanically.
might get more ops.
1, 2, 3.
No,
Okay,
you keep
that's
it
true.
instead of something else.
Okay, so how will canceling out strife work with this?
Oh.
If you're negating strife kept on, it
It is
let me
not
read the
double.
text.
Yeah, read the text.
I think it's double all
Wait, where's the
strife
fucking
received.
op strife?
I will say. Double
Yeah.
Hold on.
If you're no, it's remove 1 strife gained from the check, so it doesn't do
okay.
anything
Okay.
to the symbols. So it is
Okay,
it is
so
less
gain
efficient
twice
to
as
spend
many
ops.
strife, but I can negate, theoretically half of them.
Yes,
Or, well,
theoretically.
I can
Yes.
still negate 1 per op symbol, but I'm generating twice.
What do you
Yes.
do with
That's
all those ops?
That's fine. Okay, so I am at... I'll also keep the white up with my initial bunch, so that's 2 ops, and then another 2 from Crack the Whip.
We're just we're just counting.
God damn it,
What
fine,
are
I'll
you
keep
gonna
the
do
black.
with all these ops?
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend 4 of the ops to cancel out 4 of the 6 fucking strife I just attempted to gain from that check. Jesus Christ.
Sounds good.
Oh, hold on. What crazy ops can we do here?
How many ops do you have?
How many do we have?
Yeah, that's
I have 4 ops.
4 ops total. Okay. Ooh, what can he do with 4 ops?
Total?
Only 4?
Only 4. So I assume,
Wait, that
yeah, he has to pick up. So to hit the
Three, four.
to meet the check, he needs to pick up all 3 of those, all 3 of the successes. One of the successes has an op on it. Then he gets 2 from
Three,
the
four,
school
I
and
see.
2 from Katakatsu. So yeah, 4. Wait.
That's
Wait,
6.
Actually, I could go up to 6 if I use my school ability, which I might.
You could.
What would you give him for 6 ops?
Dude, I don't even know.
Wait, so you
He actually just makes the fucking hand.
Wait, so you keep the op you kept the op success and the explosive and then 2 ops?
No, I kept op success, explosive, strife success, and white up.
Oh, why keep strife success?
Because I didn't. It's TN3.
Oh,
and I didn't
fire
know how
thing. The
explicit-
fire thing doesn't. The fire strike
It's
thing
not a
doesn't happen during downtime activities.
It's not a
right?
conflict.
I keep reading that.
That's fine. We'll get it one of these days. I make that mistake too sometimes. Gloomy definitely makes that mistake a lot. He's not here to, like, talk to his defense. He can't say anything. 6 ops. What would I let you do with 6 ops? Ooh, fuck. Is there any precedent for this in the book, Orlando?
No, you're like if somebody has 6 ops, you're just supposed to like let them make shit up at that point.
What do you think
Oh,
is
God.
reasonable?
It's way too many ops.
Tofflesby, what do you think is reasonable?
What are you even like spending the ops on?
Yeah, what would you be spending the ops on?
Or like what is?
I suppose. Well, I feel like it'll either impress him or annoy him if I make this like really fancy crane-like.
Well, do it anyway because you're Kakita. You have
Right.
autism.
I mean, obviously,
Or a
that's-
scorpion.
Cocktism.
Oh yeah, you are making it for a scorpion, so maybe making it like resplendent and showy is a bad idea.
Bad idea, yeah. So probably like,
Well, that's also part of the air check. Anyway, is
Oh yeah, you're right.
changing the look condition.
What is fire?
Fires make a second copy, which doesn't really help me here.
another copy of a left-handed gauntlet or whatever. Yeah, that's helpful.
Oh, it'd be really funny if you made like the wrong hand.
The wrong hand.
Oh
Oh god, oh fuck.
Oh, here,
So,
I got a
like, two
perfect
right
one.
hand?
I will allow you to spend 6 ops to make this particular gauntlet ambidextrous. It doesn't matter which hand it's on.
Wait a fucking.
It's got 2 thumbs.
Oh god.
Oh, it's like a Grievous hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would take it.
I mean,
Give
Oh, that
it.
would do, but
Give it a full 360 degrees of rotation so
Okay.
that like he could actually Grievous spin his
You can
sword.
spin it around.
What I would do, alright. What I would do with that... Oh, I've got it! I fucking got it. Whoever has this gauntlet as a prosthetic hand gains the ambidextrous advantage.
Wait, did he lose? I forget. Did he lose his
It was left hand, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think he did specify.
Is he left-handed?
I think.
Okay, well,
I
Yeah.
could dump 6 ops into perform the task in a flashy way.
Oh god.
I think giving Gloomy ambidextrous and also nullifying his missing hand trait is a little too good to pass up. Like that
Yeah,
seems
probably.
extremely.
We'll go with that. Unfortunately, that means I am not canceling any of the strife, so fuck me, I guess.
It's okay. You did. Does this trigger armament?
This totally turned.
No, I guess
Well,
not.
nah, probably
Oh,
not.
it does?
Triggers perfection.
I don't know. I don't remember the text of armament.
Armament, I think, is specifically for like crafting arms and armor.
It's armors and weapons.
Yeah, armor
Okay.
and weapons, rather than whatever the fuck this is.
Alright, well, I'm compromised now.
It's in arms.
Holy shit!
Yeah, this dude just fucked me up, but we did it.
Alright, so he spends like probably like an hour and a half just like breathing down your shoulder going, no, not like that, let me show you. Yeah, that's good. You put the screw in, no, lefty loosey. Yes, that's good. There we are.
Lefty.
Lefty loose.
Lefty loosey. He's like, so
Who
he
is
finally-
this man?
He sits there for a little bit, and he kind of looks it over, and he's got, like, this goatee, like, scratches it, he furrows his brows, and, like, after it's, like, cooled and not gonna fucking scald him, if he picks it up, he, like, picks it up with his bare hands and looks it over and says, this is interesting. It's got 2 thumbs. I see what you're
Gee,
doing
Bill.
here. It doesn't matter which hand they lose. That's interesting. I'm quite impressed, I gotta say.
Thank you. That's high praise coming from you.
He immediately tosses it in a slag pit. We'll start again tomorrow. We'll be going by that frame rate, don't you worry. He pats you on the shoulder and says, this is the first lesson Akayu will teach you. So yeah, the next one you make, you can just, like, don't worry, Tofflesby, the next, like, one of these you can make it for free. Unless you want to fish it out of the slag pile, in which case, go ahead.
I mean, Was it damaged by being thrown into the flag pile?
Nah, just dirty.
I don't know. Okay, so I feel like Rumi would be upsetted by that. But also, if it's this guy's methods, he's not really going to get in the way of it because maybe this dude knows something. Like, I don't know, maybe this is some sick secret Caillou tech and he should just go along with it?
The advice he gives you is the first alliteration always fails. Get it out of the way first.
The first alliteration?
First alliteration fails, yeah. Iteration.
First alliteration.
Use some alliteration right now, fellas, let me tell you. Yeah, the first iteration of anything
Yeah,
always
alright,
fails.
fine. Fine, Rumi will go with it and just go back to his room. He needs a fucking nap after that.
Just keep it as a display, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess he can take it with him. It's just a souvenir, if nothing else, even if it's not going to be functional. I got 6 up on the smithing check, and all I got was a stupid t-shirt.
All I got was a stupid t-shirt. I will allow you to preserve... Okay, so I'm not gonna just, like, throw that away, like, entirely. You are gonna be able to make, like, whatever it is you are making currently.
Okay.
Without having to spend the 6 ops again, don't worry. That's kind of mean otherwise. Alright.
It's a narrative moment, not a mechanical one.
Obviously. Alright, so here's my question. Narco, what are you up to? What is Togashi doing?
He's kind of like,
I have a... Oh,
I think
better
given...
what
Okay,
is your
sure.
apprentice doing? Have you kept him... Has he been around, Ryu?
I assume that if he wasn't explicitly if he wasn't explicitly invited to the Winter Court, he's not really going, right?
Right.
I think he probably would have just, like, left him with a series of exercises to do back in Toshi Rambo.
Sure, okay. I just wanted to clear that up because
Uh-huh.
I didn't know last session. Alright.
Yeah, nothing in particular.
What is Katsumi doing?
I think that, like, given that he was, like, the instigator of the trouble last time, he was probably actually obeying the command to just stay in his quarters.
Okay.
And doing nothing in particular.
There is a knock on your door.
He answers.
Is this the abode of Togashi-san? Says a... I didn't quite put it through, but this guy has, like, a pronounced accent of some kind. Like, definitely not standard Rokugani. It's kind of like it jumps out at you immediately.
This is where he is staying for the duration of the Winter Court.
I know perhaps there is some, degree of separation that must be observed, but perhaps we could, speak. May I come in?
He just opens the door.
You see in front of you a guy with, like, really resplendent-looking gaijin, like, accoutrement, jewelry, robes, silks. He's, like, wearing a bunch of, like, really fancy, flamboyant, like, obviously foreign stuff. Let me see here. Where are you? Where the fuck are you? There he is. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There we are. He's kind of swarthy, and his eyes are, like, a little narrower than you're, like, used to as a Rokugani. He's, a little shorter than you two, but he's, like, kind of broad of shoulder. This guy's definitely, like, a unicorn, if anything. If he's not, like, a full-blown gaijin, he's a unicorn.
I guess we'll offer him a seat and ask him what his business is.
He kind of looks around the room and says, it's so drab and dry and cold up here. I can't say I'm particularly a fan, but I do make do with what we can. Oh, dear, you seem a little confused. I haven't quite introduced myself. I am Ide Ujimasu. I am the clan champion of the Unicorn.
I expect you might have a thing or two to say regarding this. Is it the next day or is it the same day?
It's the next day. The last you had it's the 17th of Shinjo. Yesterday was the 16th.
Okay, regarding the previous evening disruptions.
Well, disruptions is such a harsh word. I believe dialogue is more important and constructive. And as you may know. Togashi-san, as I understand it, you were the most immediately opposed to any sort of treaty between the lion and the crane. These sorts of politics do immediately involve the unicorn. However, I would like to know your reasoning. If I may be so blunt as to come into your abode and ask you, I mean no disrespect, I'm simply curious.
So he heard that Katsumi was the one who instigated the disruption, but did not hear why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what he's telling you, anyways.
That is what. Actually, you know, I will ask him exactly that outright. I will say, it seems odd that you could have heard the disruption was caused by me specifically, and not me specifically without knowing its cause.
I heard a lot of things. There were many heated moments. Akodo Kuroyo herself was quite, how we should say, furious, for lack of a better term. But I am always a proponent of hearing both sides of any argument or debate. I heard many things, Togashi-san, but I wanted to hear what you had to say on the matter. Perhaps we can come to some sort of exchange.
Well, I myself have I myself am fairly incontrovertibly convinced that the lion yet still has direct influence upon the unicorn government.
He kind of raises his eyebrows of this and just, you don't beat around the bush, do you?
No.
Do you have... You know what? Why don't we roll sentiment real quick? This is going to be an intrigue.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be social combat. Go to the turn list. Turn order is going to be over here. Let's see.
Exactly what is the political status of clan champion? Are they just
is
like
the leader of the clan?
Okay, just the straight up leader.
There's the straight up leader. He is like
Okay.
among the most important people in Rokugan, actually.
Excellent.
Kind of a big deal. Alright, so I did not actually clarify how social combat works in this game, and I think I should do so now. How it works is you roll sentiment for your initiative. I'm explaining this to the Twitch chat. You roll sentiment for your initiative, and how the order of operations actually goes is the person of higher status speaks to the person of lower status first, and then the person of lower status may respond. The initiative is that so the person of lower status can preempt the person of higher status at a stake of honor. Let's see here. Yeah, players roll first, by the way, so let's see your roll.
Where is it? Sentiment.
Yeah.
Sentiment. We're gonna roll Sentiment Void.
Do you not have any sentiment? It's just
absolutely no sentiment. So we're just gonna keep both 2 successes.
So what's your final initiative?
It's still focus, right?
Yeah, focus. It's always
so
focus.
7.
7. Okay. I can't imagine so it's always focus unless you're surprised, but I can't imagine a scenario where like you'd be using vigilance when in like an intrigue. I don't know.
Vigilance and social combat is bad shit.
Like that's the TN for things like courtesy rolls and persuade and stuff. But that's kind of it. You don't use it for like initiative, which is kind of odd. All right, so he's going to be rolling in.
Unless you're surprised.
Yeah, that's. But when are you going to be
slightly harder to surprise in an intrigue? Like, it's possible, but.
I guess. I'm sure there's. Okay, so he's going to pick up all 3 successes. We're going to re-roll that explosive. We're going to pick that up, so that's 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 10. He's going to spend the op to negate that strife. He is down to 10, 0 strife. What was the last thing Togashi said? Oh, real quick. So I've normally been like obfuscating the TN, not the TNs, the momentum points for social encounters. I don't think I'm gonna do this anymore, just because like it wasn't like I had a couple complaints that just like wasn't properly clear. So the TN for your social objective, whatever it is. Well, let's hear what your social objective is first, Katsumi.
All right. The options are 1 moment. House rules, quick indexes. Wait, where is the intrigue quick index? Discern someone's qualities.
Okay, that's good. The TN for that is going to be 4.
Okay.
Okay, what was the last thing Togashi said exactly?
I'm not convinced that there are as of yet elements of, I guess, your government that are affiliated with the Lion.
Ujimasu kind of like, he's a little taken aback that like you would speak so like bluntly and straightforward to him, and he's like, well, let me ask you this: what can I do to convince you that there aren't? I would say that there most certainly are elements of friendship between the unicorn and the lion. I think our goals aligns to a high degree, but I wouldn't say they are pervasive or perhaps destructive in any capacity. Please, tell me specifically, what can I do to convince you that the unicorn and the lion simply wish to foster friendship and free trade between the two? What is your vigilance?
My vigilance?
Yeah, your vigilance.
Is 2, unless you want to let me activate the Earth Has No Eyes. No, actually, though, the Earth Has No Eyes is activatable in intrigues, and as a curiosity, what happens if I increase my vigilance during the intrigue?
Your vigilance is increased. I mean, in terms of
Does it increase the TN for his social objective?
Yes. It's
Okay.
the social role.
No, not for the objective. It increases the TNs of the individual checks he makes. Again.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah, Earth Needs No Eyes is hilariously overpowered because vigilance is the most
my
important.
question is this: is the Earth Needs No Eyes? I know pretty much every like invocation is very like immediately in your face, and you
No.
can tell when it's happening.
Kiho, it's
Kiho are
very
explicitly
subtle.
mentioned as being very subtle unless you are also trained in them.
Right, you could totally go for that then.
Well, I need to do that on my turn
Yeah,
after
I
this
will
check,
allow
so...
it real quick.
Well, first he gets to resolve his check, which is against vigilance 2.
Yeah, well that's 2.
I mean, if you're like throwing rocks around, which is a thing you can do with
Yeah,
Kiho,
it does
that's
mention that-
obvious.
yeah, like
It does mention that burst effects are generally obvious, but the enhancement effects generally
you
aren't.
need, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So he's putting on the Ritz right now. He's definitely like making an attempt to put you at ease, and he looks like he's succeeding, judging by that roll. He picks up the 2 ops, and he doesn't pick up any. He picks up the 2 successes, no ops. Wait, let me actually. He picks up both successes and an op, uses that op to clear 2 strife. That's what he does, and I believe this
Alright.
is met. So like that's a point for yeah, that's a point for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say you have the same amount of like momentum points, which is
Alright,
4.
and how many... Do I know what his social objective is?
No, not so far.
Okay.
That is a thing you can determine, but like you don't know
Okay.
it off the top of your head.
Which means I don't know what his TN is.
No, the TN is his vigilance, which
No, for his social objective.
His social objective is 4 as well. You're broken
Okay.
right now. And he has gained 1, I will say.
I will, in that case, on my turn, just activate the Earth Needs No Eyes.
Fucking great.
Which is a TN1 meditation Earth check, so I will slip into Earth Stance,
Alright.
and...
Nice.
I will take, let's see... I'll take that explosive and the op, and nothing else. I'll roll the explosive.
Explosive.
The explosive. Okay, I'll take another op.
Pog.
I will check that op spends really quick.
Remember that meditation is technically a martial check.
Yep, that's true.
That's fucking horrifying.
Just like pip him for 2 strife right now.
I definitely can't do that.
You can reduce the severity of the next crit you take.
He is wearing, I should point out right now, most unicorn will carry around, instead of a katana, they'll carry around like a Middle Eastern style scimitar.
Mhm.
And he has like a shorter one. Like it's not a full-blown wakizashi like you'd find in like a daisho set. It's definitely a interesting gaijin-looking outfit.
I know that I didn't technically do a social check, but can I use a social upspend since we're in a social situation?
What social upspend, real quick?
Increase the TN of the next social check another character makes against me by 1.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Alright, I guess I'll do that, and then with my... There's not actually that much to do with the Earth checks.
Yeah,
I guess I'll allow me to ignore the, cannot lie disadvantage until my next turn.
Sure, that sounds fine. That sounds like it'd be, like, useful here in trade negotiations.
Yep. And that's actually technically my entire turn, so I guess I just, like, sit there awkwardly staring at him for a little bit, waiting.
I think, like, just saying something. You probably could say something, unless you don't.
I don't think there's anything really... let's see. He asked me what I can...
What he can do to convince you that the lion and the unicorn specifically don't harbor any, like, under-the-table dealings.
I don't know. What can you do to convince me?
No, you.
No, you!
I mean, that seems appropriate for a basically do-nothing turn socialize.
He kind of laughs a little bit and says, That's a bit of a tall order. I don't really know what exactly you are looking for in this relationship. Can I... legal documents? Troop movements? There's a lot I could do, but I don't really know what. That's just the thing. That is why I have come to you specifically. I want to know what I can do for you. This is how I've run my businesses for 20, 30 years now. It doesn't really matter. I think all of these kinds of negotiations are the same to me. And I would like to have you go first in this negotiation. That's, it's gonna make what's not Marshall?
No, you.
No, you! Ooh, oh boy. He's not really making a compelling argument here.
It's also worth noting that the TN for that check was like 6,
Yeah,
so...
it was 6. I was aware. He's just not really making a compelling argument. He's just kind of like rubbing his hands together, and he's like putting the ball in the park.
How long has he been clan champion?
He has been clan champion since, ooh, fuck. I actually probably do have the specific date. Okay. So this began by, this game began actually 1 month to the day. I believe it was either the 16th or the 17th of last month, diegetically. And he has been clan champion since, let's say the 5th of Bayushi. So about a month, more than a month, I'd say. Because we're like the 6th, 17th of Shinjo right now, 5th of Bayushi, yeah, okay. Since the 5th of last month. That's my final answer.
Okay. So recently.
Recently, yeah. He's still not tenured. He's still green, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And he succeeded the last person to be clan champion, right?
Succeeded, yes.
Who, as in, like, that person was the really fucking dick guy.
Yes, Moto Hosbi.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him. May I ask the story of how it is that you in particular became the successor to the noble title of clan champion?
That's a courtesy roll of some kind.
I'm in Earth Stance.
In Earth Stance,
I need to stay in Earth Stance to keep Earth has no eyes up.
Okay, so Earth courtesy.
Thankfully, I do actually have some, so I'm gonna keep all 3 of those.
Is 3. Okay, you are 1 momentum point each.
Alright, and I have 2 ops to fuck around with, so I will clear a strife gain from the check, and I will increase the TN of checks against me again.
Okie doke. Alright. Alright, he's gonna switch to air stance real quick. Let me Actually, let me mark that up. See, these little dots, by the way, for those unaware, these little colored dots are the stances that people take. So, fire is red, water is blue, earth is green, void is purple, air is yellow. Just to clarify, because I realize I never actually, talked about that. He sits back a little bit, and he sits up, kind of stares you in the eye and says, "That's an interesting story. It's kind of simply fell into my lap. When Moto Ozbeg, the last clan champion," he says with a hint of venom in his voice, "was slain on the battlefield, there was no proper Shinjo incumbent or a proper Utaku incumbent. They had both been devastated either fiscally, socially, militaristically. The Utaku battle maidens are, unfortunately, cast to the wind at this point. We have very few of them remaining. Simply just given my exuberant reputation and my long stance in politics abroad, I really do think it was perhaps the only viable solution for the clan to come to. Does that make sense?"
So he didn't say anything regarding. So I remember you mentioned earlier that a bunch of the current unicorn government were in hiding in Lion Lands during this other guy's reign.
Mm-hmm.
He did or did not mention that. I'm sorry.
He did. He didn't mention that. He
Okay.
omitted that. All right, and he's going to pick up all the successes. What's the TN again, Mr. Vigilance?
My vigilance is right now 5 with the +1 TN for
Oof.
Not even close.
Not even close, baby. He kind of gives you can tell he's just spinning you a tale right now. He's omitting a lot of details and just sort of trying to weasel his way past your defenses. Metaphorical defenses.
Staring contest with a monk, his fucking mistake.
His fucking mistake.
Let's see. How do I wanna bring up the supposed relationship with the Lion without being too overt about it. I'm sorry. He said, can you tell me one more time what the last part of his response was? He said it would be.
It was only the natural outcome given my experience in the field of business and politics that I would become clan champion. There were no proper incumbents left.
Okay. See. I was gonna say I find it hard to believe that among a clan so great as the Unicorn that there is truly only one worthy of bearing the title.
Alright, Earth Courtesy.
And give me my I guess we'll take
The TN is 3, remember.
Yeah, okay, so we'll take explosive op success and roll explosive. Come on! God damn it.
Hey, hold on. Is the
what?
TN? The TN's not increased in air stance like it is for skirmishes, is it, Orlando?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Okay, so the TN's 4.
Oh yeah, and scheme checks.
And scheme checks, okay. TN's 4.
Okay, so I just have 2 ops. I'm going to
Minimize failure, bro.
There are...
yeah, I will minimize the consequences for failure. Is that a 1 op or 2 op spend? I forget.
It's up plus, I
Yeah,
believe.
it's on plus.
Okay, I'm going to spend 1 op on that and 1 op on increasing the TN again.
Okay. He doesn't seem to take offense to the fact that he might not be, the biggest dick in Unicorn Lands, and he says, perhaps that was a little presumptuous of me, you're right. There are perhaps many people who are certainly qualified for the position. I'm certain the Ide are mostly intact at this point. I'm certain, perhaps upon my passing, there will be someone, or some, fully capable and fully willing to lead the Unicorn in a particularly strong and capable fashion. It was equally a matter of necessity, however, I must say. He's, by the way, he did move to water stance. I should probably mark that down.
Mm-hmm.
So you both have 1 momentum point each, I think. It was equal parts necessity and simplicity. I was immediately available. I had lots of experience. Am I the best person? That's difficult to say, really. Who can really determine who is the best person and for any particular job? I believe Shinsei himself said that. Okay, he's gonna pick up both of those ops, and he's gonna pick up the explosive. Oh, fuck. What he is gonna do is he's gonna spend the water diplomacy op. You break the tension with a well-timed joke or clever comment. You may ask one personal question of a character in the scene with a different social objective. The question must be unrelated to the subject of negotiations. If the character answers honestly, they gain 1 momentum point to their towards their current social objective, and may ask you a personal question in turn. If they do, you may gain 1 momentum point towards your current social objective. So, give and take.
Okay. What's he gonna ask?
He asks, I feel it is in every man's necessity to read the Tao of Shinsei once in his life, cover to cover. Don't you agree, Togashi-san? If I may ask, what is your favorite passage from the Shinsei?
Bitch, you're gonna make me go look up the text of the Tao of Shinsei?
There is no text for it anyway. There is no.
There's no single text. There's like smatterings in a rulebook somewhere, but not like actual texts.
Going to quote at him a passage that should no doubt be there regarding Shinsei himself, warning those to not view the Tao in an overly dogmatic fashion.
Okay.
And I will ask him. I will inquire. What's the name of the unicorn who was staying in Toshi Rambo, who was behind the ambushes again?
Ayuchi Aranori.
I'm gonna say while I was in Toshi Rambo, I briefly rubbed shoulders with Ayushi Aranori and his
Ayushi Aranori, you fucker.
Madara Uchiwawa. and his retainer. But alas, they left Toshi Rambo shortly before the Winter Court. Have they returned safely to Northern Lands? Are they here at the court? Have you heard from them?
Oh, of course I've heard from them. They're here at the court. They're...
Oh boy!
Ayuchi-san is, of course, a very busy functionary. He's part of my school as well, the Ide trader, and I've known him for perhaps 24 years now. He's a good and honest man, and I think quite reliable. But I'm afraid, given how hectic things are in Unicorn Lands right now, what with new administration, he's a little busy. It may be difficult to find time to hobnob, as it were, I'm afraid. I'm not going to stop using that word. Fuck you, Millie.
Okay, so we both gain +1 to our social objective there?
Yes, so you're at...
Putting us both at 2?
now, yeah.
I'm gonna say yes. I was slightly worried about him after he endured an injury at a strange attack at a theater we were attending. You didn't hear about that, did you? And we're gonna make our roll.
Lay it on me, buddy.
Is that courtesy still?
That's courtesy still, yeah. Unless you're like fucking... Ooh, okay.
Oh. Okay, we're gonna keep all 3 of those.
Okay.
And we're gonna pray for some ops so we don't just compromise.
Ooh.
Oh god.
That's not ops.
That's not ops.
Oh god.
What's your...
Oh, thank god.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Is he in air?
He's in water right now.
Okay, he's in water. So the TN is still 3?
The TN's still 3, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna just ignore that other explosive there and take that up.
Okay.
And gain 1 to our social objective and not increase the TN against us, although our TN is still sitting at 5.
That's pretty hefty.
That's pretty meaty.
He stiffens up, and there's like an audible. If there were music playing right now, there's an audible like stop, and he kind of stiffens up and leans in a little bit and says, I know a lot about a lot of things. Maybe not everything in Toshi Rambo, but I have my ways of finding things out. What exactly is it you want to know, Togashi-san? Maybe I can help you? He's gonna make that approach in air. He's a little...
Oh, Jesus!
National Geographic!
There's still a chance he doesn't make the team.
There is a chance he doesn't make the team, so he's gonna pick up explosive, success. Both of the ones without strife. So let's re-roll the white first and the black first. Nice!
Wow!
Poggers, way to go! All right,
Monk's OP.
he's gonna push that one up ahead, and he's just like kind of gonna stare you down a little bit. Monks are fucking ridiculous. Holy shit!
Yeah, I know. Well, it's Earth Needs No Ice specifically, and
Make me a fucking
I-
blade.
no, I already nerfed it in the house rules, but nobody paid attention. So I'm
Oh,
just
in
not
what
gonna worry
way?
about it.
Yeah, what,
The vigilance increase, which is what makes it OP, was moved on to the burst effect.
Oh,
I
I see. I still could have gotten that if I
Yeah,
had so desired.
Yeah. That'll take effect at a later date, I think.
Okay.
After the scene.
That's
After
not.
the scene, yeah.
That's actually pretty reasonable
That's
without being
fine.
horrible, because it's like at a TN1 check, it's pretty easy to get the burst effect.
Yeah.
That's real fucking easy. Yeah, that's fine.
It's doable. It's just harder to do if you're like a level 1 babby.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. So he fails that check, and you can tell he's kind of on edge now.
Let's see.
Bork, bork.
Bork,
Bork, bork. Let's see.
bork.
Just how ham do I want to go on this one?
You have 3 momentum points currently.
I have 3 in it, so I need 1 more for my social objective.
Yeah.
So I could just like switch into fire and seize the moment and just like
Just go in on
go all in on getting this next one.
Just intentionally fucking blow yourself up. Just
Yeah.
Godspeed. Jump on the grenade.
Uh,
I mean, he's in air, and
Work.
he
going
is in
ape shit with fire doesn't seem like a terrible way to bypass that.
That's true. So that would put me at a TN of 4.
Yeah, 410.
Oh,
Or TM
but I
4.
don't. Oh, we are in a conflict, so I do get the bonus. I do get the successes per strikes. Okay, fuck it, we're gonna do it. Okay, we're going to switch into fire stance. We're gonna look him straight in the eye. We're going to say, wait. So in setting, this is regarding the gunpowder again.
Mhm.
Is it still canon that using fireworks kills all of the kami in the area?
I actually looked that up. I couldn't find anything in the new canon that indicates that it kills all the kami in the area. However,
It is still illegal.
it is still totally forbidden.
Right. I just want to know if it's like illegal or if it's morally reprehensible.
It's illegal.
It's just illegal.
It's just illegal so far. Right
Which, is also somewhat morally reprehensible, but less so.
However, one thing I do need to point out is playing around with explosives is an act of arson, and arson in Rokugan is punishable by being boiled alive in soy sauce.
I can't tell if you're serious or
No,
not.
I'm serious. It's a crime punishable by death, and that's a very common. Being boiled alive in soy sauce was like not uncommon as a method of execution in feudal Japan.
It just seems like such a waste of soy sauce.
I know, but like whatever.
We're going to look at him and we're going to say, I want to make sure that the Unicorn Clan, that the government of the Unicorn Clan is free of arsonists before we put this away. We are going into fire stance, we are seizing the moment, and we are making our roll, which I assume is still courtesy.
Courtesy, yes. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And then your bonus for seizing.
Yeah. So 1 black die. And you can pick up another die. Oh no! But you can still pick up another die.
Right.
We're going to, I guess, keep all 4 of those and roll the explosive.
Okay.
I mean, you meet TN4.
It is.
What?
You
Oh,
make
we
it-
do?
TN4.
Yeah.
The strife symbols.
We do make the TN4 because of strife symbols.
All right. What's your
And we are going to use both of those. We have 3 ops total.
Yeah.
We're going to use them to let me check the fire ops, but I'm almost certainly going to pip him with strife. Actually, I don't think he's particularly close to compromising. I'm just going to spend all of the ops to performing this task in a flashy way. Wait, let me make sure there isn't anything else I want.
Give yourself assistance on the next check to accomplish something similar. 2 ops spend for any ring.
Let's see. I'm about to have my social objective done.
That's true.
So let's see. Fire, social. Yeah, we're just gonna be flashy. We're just gonna put it all into flash.
All right.
God help you.
He is absolutely fucking floored by your just like sudden like barrage of I don't know what this is, dirty laundry, I guess. He looks at you dead in the eyes and says, I can promise a lot of things as long as that doesn't go public.
I have discerned his qualities. Tell me his qualities.
Okay, so you can choose a couple of qualities. All right. At the end of the round, okay, target social objective. So you can determine their social objective: ninja, giri, composure, endurance, one advantage or disadvantage, or their demeanor. It doesn't say you can do their demeanor, but like you can just take their demeanor. It's fine.
So it's going to be his ninja or giri. Which one? Anyone in the peanut gallery?
Giri.
Yeah.
Giri is his personal one, right?
Giri is his.
Nope.
ninja.
That's what he's supposed to be doing here. That's what his job is.
Yeah, okay, his giri.
Yeah, we want to know what his job is. What ulterior motives he's got.
Also, I compromise.
God fucking bless.
Lead the unicorn to victory. Is his giri.
Against what? Or
Against the
in
crane.
what? Oh, against the crane. Oh.
Oh. So let's see. He just essentially said he doesn't want that to go public.
Yes. There's a lot of things I could do for you to ensure that doesn't go public. To maintain the good name of the Unicorn Clan. I'm sure neither of us really want that. To have an entire clan's name tarnished. Isn't it right, Togashi-san?
Let's see. So now it is my turn.
Yeah.
Now I can choose whether or not to unmask. Unfortunately, I think I've basically reached my climax in this particular conversation and don't have anything else particularly big to do. What are the... it's been a while since I've read the exact effects of unmasking. What might unmasking do for me in this situation?
Well, your strife.
So
Okay.
your strife, and then I think it's like either 5 honor or 5 glory, minus 5 honor, minus 5 glory, or some combination of the two. I think you can split that however you like between honor and glory.
Minus honor and glory?
Or
one second.
Yeah. What is the exact text of it? I think you can split it, right, Orlando?
Split what?
The honor and glory loss for unmasking.
So the list of there are some new unmasks and Path of Waves. We'll get around to looking at those eventually. By default, there is one that lets you split it, but I forget. So the list is you can You can become enraged, which has a very. You take the enraged condition, and it has a couple of. It's like a small, like one of each honor and glory.
Right.
You lose your honor rank. You lose your honor. You use your glory rank, glory, or you lose some combination of both. But I forget what the combination of both is. Oh, or you can reduce the TN of the next attack or scheme action made against you by 1 or 2-1 rather. Yeah,
Okay.
2-1. Yeah, instead of taking an honor or glory loss.
It's more or less that I recall in the unmasking section. There's mechanical benefits to unmasking other than clearing strife. Like there's special stuff you can do unmasking.
Yeah, but well, it's not special stuff you do. It's additional penalties you suffer. So it's the honor loss, the glory loss, the TN reduction.
Technically, the benefit you can get is gaining the enraged condition.
That's not bad. Which can
I'm not sure that's a benefit though.
It can be good.
It can be.
It could be worse, really. The enraged condition isn't like... it's alright. So yeah, honor loss, glory loss. So your honor rank, your glory rank, or reduce the TN of the next scheme or attack action to 1. Those are your options there. Or become enraged, which is bad.
Become enraged still carries honor and glory penalties. They're just
if it's not
reduced.
appropriate.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes this bar emotion even allows the character to transgress societal norms for an advantage or surpass their own limitations to pursue a goal they otherwise could not. They can also say and do things they normally couldn't.
Correct.
Yeah, that's not giving you an actual advantage.
Right, that's not a mechanical. I guess it's not a explicitly mechanical.
You're explicitly penalized for unmasking.
Yeah,
What they mean is that Rokugani social structure is so awful and restrictive that any outburst of emotion whatsoever is verboten.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I am going to change my social. I select a new social objective now that this one is fulfilled, right?
You can.
If you've got your social objective fulfilled, you can just like leave.
You could just theoretically leave unless you wanted to pursue this.
Well, aren't these in your quarters?
Yeah, these are your quarters. Yeah, you could theoretically keep pursuing it, but like you are kind of tapped out. He's kind of on the back foot in terms of concessions.
I am going to choose to not unmask, and
you can choose to end the intrigue.
Yeah, you can just
once somebody achieves a social objective.
He offered to bribe me. I can just clear 3 strife on the spot.
From enlightenment.
Yeah.
All right. So ball is still in your card.
You're actually fine then, aren't you?
Yeah. I will be fine in a second.
Specifically because he tried to bribe you. Holy shit.
Yeah, more or less did just try to bribe you right there. So you can end the intrigue right now. You can continue to press it. How much you can gain from this is like a little.
I think continuing to press it is probably unwise. I'm just not sure how to what to say in order to essentially be we're done with this now.
Mm-hmm. We could come back to it. We could just take a break. You know what? Why don't we take a quick break because Gloomy just arrived as well, and I want to get him oriented real quick. So
we can hard cut for a cliffhanger.
Hard cut cliffhanger. We'll be back in we've been streaming for almost an hour, 20 minutes now. Okay, we'll be right back real quick. Just 10 minutes, very briefly, not a full 20-minute break. I just want to get Gloomy oriented and stuff. So be right back. left that on a cliffhanger. Narco, what exactly did you have to say to the good Mr. Ujimasu?
As much as I would like to unmask and keep going ham on his bitch ass, that seems like a mistake. So I will just Sorry, his exact last words were that like he was basically trying to bribe me, right? Just saying like don't tell anyone and they'll be nice to you.
Don't tell anyone and I can do you favors. You know, I'd be willing to do a lot to make sure the image of the clan remains untarnished.
Well, I'd like to tell him that I'll think about that, but I'd have to take 3 strike for lying.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I just don't know what to tell him to like cut off the to just cut the conversation short.
Just tell him to get out of your room. This is your quarters. Fucking weird.
Yeah, just stop just short of going even further ham on his ass and say, I'll have to think about what you said. Would you allow me some privacy in my quarters?
But of course, Togashi-san, anytime. I will be here throughout the entire winter. Lots of time to think on it. Lots indeed. He rises kind of stiffly and doesn't really pay you a whole lot of courtesy, and he just kind of leaves. You can tell he was maybe a little pissed about how that encounter went. Probably wasn't expecting to have vigilance, like Jesus Christ.
I think unless we're hard cutting to someone else, Katsumi will actually go find Akira.
Oh, yeah, not hard cutting right now. But yeah, what's Akira got to say?
About what?
And just like relate the conversation that just happened and the very, very distinct impression he got that the current Unicorn Clan champion is not on the side of the Crane, and in fact is fairly hostile.
More people that need assassination, I see. That's not Akira talking in character. That's
just your thinking.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, okay. I think Akira is going to say something to the effect of, yes, I got that impression. We all knew that the Unicorn were puppets of the Lion, and we don't have any allies anymore. So
I don't think we quite knew that went all the way up to Clan Champion.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I was aware, yeah. I mean, it was never explicitly relayed in character, but the plot wouldn't be happening if it weren't the case. So it was.
Wow, couldn't be like that, huh? All right. Is that all Akira has to say on the matter?
I guess there's something like we need to find Crane supporters within the Unicorn and start planning around a regime change, something to that effect. Ooh,
okay.
Here's an idea. If the Crane can secure some kind of territorial access through Dragonlands, the Crane could send troops.
Do you want me to open up the map for you?
No, I remember what the map looks like.
Okay.
If the Crane could secure access through Dragon or Dragonfly lands, the Crane could send troops into Unicorn territory without having to go through the Lion.
You are in the middle of Dragon Clan territory right now.
Yes, I know.
Sure, there are plenty of Dragon here with a grudge to bear against Unicorn, given the attitude of their previous successor, although I cannot tell you to what degree that persist to the current unicorn.
As a matter of fact, there is a feast tonight.
Well, the dragonfly are also usually on really poor terms with the lion, so anything to fuck them up is probably a blessing as well.
The lion literally will not stop being aggressive towards the dragonfly.
You don't plan on sending troops through during the winter court, do you?
I don't think that will be necessary. Besides, can't really send troops until summer anyway because gotta plant those crops.
Well, the army will just like die in the mountains. It's pretty fucking miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta plant. Like, you can only really do
You can only really campaign in
like total war campaigns in summer. You gotta have people to plant and harvest the crops in spring and autumn.
Yeah.
And winter is
the entire population will just drop dead otherwise.
Well,
And
that's all
pre-modern.
good for the summer, but I don't think it's a good idea to give the current unicorn regime an entire season to become further entrenched.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that unless we just assassinate everybody in the regime while they're here. And I'm not really in the business of
Murder.
massive public
What?
assassination.
The
That's Koga's shtick.
puppetry.
You're
Yeah,
not,
that's Koga's.
but we know somebody who is.
Happy to help with
How are we going to get away with that though at the winter court? Like there's going to be like so much security.
The puppetry of the current unicorn regime is an open secret. Like, surely there is some non-violent way to
No, the
Get
Empress hasn't
get
been
the Empress
helpful.
on our side.
The Empress hasn't been helpful. She's just sort of like stonewalled us anytime we've tried to do anything, so we have to go around her.
She's
I
very
think I'm the one
eager
who
to
stonewalled the Empress.
She's very eager to please both sides. You got that impression, Akira.
Yeah, it's, like I said, the Empress isn't going to help us at all.
I have an
We
important-
can't just appeal to her.
Well, she's not going to help us if it's to the detriment of another clan.
Yeah, she's big
It
on
is not
pleasing
to the
everybody.
detriment of any clan to have like a reconvention of the unicorn government.
It's to the detriment of the Lion Clan.
Yeah, but like if the Lion Clan claims that to be like to their detriment, then that's openly admitting that they have the Unicorn Clan as a
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. But wait, no. But then, like, if we restructure the unicorn, like, what causes belly, as it were, do we have to want to restructure the unicorn clan? Right?
I guess like
Like, we
proof
need
that the-
some kind of reason.
I think you mean
Will they short the
Casus Renovatio?
Yes, causes renovation. Thank you.
Renovasi, excuse me?
It's Latin.
Renovatio?
I've always heard it
What
renovatio.
is this?
That's it. But that's like definitely an Italian pronunciation. Anyway,
Yeah.
not important.
Renovasi.
A cause for renovation.
Renovation your fucking face, idiot.
So we have to think of a public reason. Like we know that if we can think of a public reason to want the unicorn government restructured, then if the Lion tried to intervene, they have to admit to election rigging.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we have to think of some reason for us rigging the elections.
Yes. As it stands
What
right
if-
now, the Lion have a lot of like plausible deniability for the
I mean, they won't have plausible deniability if we go.
What if the
Hey,
Lion
we're gonna
attacks the
restructure.
unicorn again?
Okay, but how are we gonna get the Lion to attack the? Oh, I know how we get the Lion to attack the unicorn. Oh, we say Mr. Kidnapped Man was kidnapped by the unicorn.
Oh.
you could try.
Wait, where is
Oh yeah, it's all coming
Oh,
together.
yeah.
No, it's
all coming together.
We say that Domadai is in league with the Ide. And we take
Fired
them
the
both
kidnapped
down at the
Maru.
same time.
It's all coming together.
Oh boy. Okay, so while you guys are talking, there is actually a knock on your door, Kyo. As you haven't been on the barrel for quite some time.
Did you say me?
No, Kyo. Shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
I,
I'm talking to you.
I heard a
Answer
K
the
sound.
door.
And I was like, "Ooh."
There is no one at the door, but there's a scroll on the ground.
I pick up the scroll.
The scroll explodes. You die. Roll a new character. No. You unfurl the scroll, and it has Sane's chop on it. It reads, Kyodono, I intercepted this message earlier today. I'm sorry it took so long to get to you, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't poisoned, forged, or anything of the sort. It appears to be on the level right now. It is addressed from your sister Hosako and Toshi Rambo. The letter reads, Dear brother, I have found a suitor who has struck my fancy for some time now. He has recently propositioned to marry me, and I would like you to perhaps come to Toshi Rambo and arrange a dowry. At this time, I think Yorihiko no Raijin seeks to sail out again soon, so if you wish to keep up with him, or, I don't know, perhaps work towards whatever ends he wants to, you should come soon. If you don't have any current obligations, I would like to see you. I would love for you to meet him. I think you will get along nicely.
Meanwhile, we're all conspiring to dunk this guy.
Okay.
Alright, how does Kyo act on this information? Keep in mind, Kyo isn't really... Kyo was kind of, like, invited to the Winter Court to, like, talk with the Empress specifically. He's under no obligation to, like, really stay here and hobnob if he so chooses. However, it is a good chance to network. So, totally in your court.
I feel like this can wait.
Okay.
Like, I feel like there are more important things. I would like to track down Sane.
Okay. Sane is in her chambers.
I knock on the door.
She opens up and says, come in.
I received your message, or the message you had intercepted.
Good. What do you think of it? You think it's Hosako?
It seems like it. I have no reason to... I'm not really certain why this would be forged.
She just kind of shrugs. I wanted to... I don't know, it wasn't necessarily forging exactly, but... The bit with the Ronin in Toshi Rambo, not the Ronin, the Mantis in Toshi Rambo spooked me. I didn't know the man I'm looking for could really do something like that. If he can summon an Oni or corrupt a man to become whatever that was, I don't know. I don't really know what he's capable of. I wanted to check that for security reasons.
Fair. I've come to a conclusion on what specifically it is I would like you to do for me.
She raises her eyebrow. Speak.
And I do think it would help you. I have reason to believe that Ogata keeps company with Yorihiko.
Yorihiko specifically.
It seems likely.
That's good. I've already sent Kyo. Oh. She kind of realizes... She kind of immediately puts two and two together in her head. And she realizes she hasn't, like... She has the look of she hasn't told you something important. She says, do go on. I did send Kyo to Toshi Rambo.
Koga. You
Koga,
mean?
rather. Yeah, excuse me. I did send Koga to Toshi Rambo.
I would like you to work your network to spy, we'll say, on Yorihiko.
Done.
And keep me updated as well. I'm sure we'll be likely to come across information regarding your quarry in doing so.
I can get that done easily. Koga's already on the ground in Toshi Rambo. He, I never made mention of it because I was afraid you may have been angry, but... Do you remember the suitor that Hosako spoke about? In her letter?
Yes.
It's Koga.
It is.
I'm afraid so. Listen, this shouldn't be too terribly detrimental to you or any plans the Unagi may have. I hope this doesn't upset you too greatly.
How does it not?
How does it not what? Upset him?
How does it not disrupt our plans? How does it not defame our family?
Defame your family?
Wow, the scorpion's not that bad.
I am also of a higher status clan.
Her eyes
Well,
shoot up. She says, "My dear, no. That's...
I don't mean this to insult your clan. However, Koga is not the samurai that should be betrothed to my sister.
There's nothing wrong openly, immediately, unless you kind of look, with Koga. If you squint, I'm sure he's a perfectly eligible bachelor.
Unfortunately, no one will be squinting at my clan given the current circumstance.
That's true, but listen, Kyo,
You know what? It's low-hanging fruit.
excuse me?
Oh, don't worry about it. I think it violates Twitch terms of service.
What violates the terms of service? Alright, damn it to me, it's fine. Anyways, she looks at Kyo and says, Kyo, listen, this was an important decision we had to make. I know you perhaps don't see eye to eye about it, but I think this could further a lot of us. It's very plausible cover, really, to get close to Ogata, Yorihiko, whoever. If...
Kadona Warren!
What did you fucking say? What is...
God damn it.
Is that what you wanted?
Fucking God.
Alright, okay, I was looking at the wrong chat. We're not fucking we're not repeating that. Anyways. Anywho. Koga. Listen, it's important that Koga remain close to the Mantis clan in order to maintain his cover. I think this is perfect. He and Hosoka have a history. They could write it off as a lover's affair, a fling. It doesn't even have to be permanent, you know. There's lots of ways he can kind of wriggle his way out of it. I'm sure Akira could arrange something like that. He is a very talented bureaucrat in that regard.
I will do no such work to assist in this marriage until after my clan is recognized as a great clan.
You said you will do no such work? That's fine. You don't have to help specifically. But I do think you should know about it now.
Indeed, I think so.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that would be it.
At your leisure. She just, gestures towards the door.
Akil, hesitates for a moment before turning around, sort of does, the open and close mouth thing.
Right.
I hope you realize that my distaste for your man is not a distaste for you, Sonny.
Oh, I'm very aware. I don't think many people have a distaste for me. No one important, anyways.
Kyo leaves.
She smiles smugly to herself. Slash cut to Toshi Rambo. Oh boy. Alright, Koga, you're up to bat. You there?
Sure.
Alright. Let's see. Toshi Rambo. Alright. So, what were you doing last time?
I believe I sought Hosko Allen.
Yeah, you were courting a Hosoka. You had a brief, social exchange with, Gozen and Miyake, I believe. And, you don't like Gozen, do you? You don't like Gozen at all.
Fucking hate Gozen,
Fucking
dude.
hate Gozen. He's kind of been troubling you for, the entire campaign, hasn't he?
The entire
The
campaign.
entire fucking campaign. Anyways, so it's kind of late into the evening at this point. It's the same date, and Hosoka is very visibly getting drunk, and she's like, you're kind of just, like, going back and forth, like, laughing and, like, you know, kind of having a merry old time. And she kind of, like, leans over and says, you really think this is going to work out?
Of course. Whatever else.
You're very optimistic about this, Koga. Maybe a little too much.
Yeah, just leave this here. Trust me. I've got skullduggery through.
Wow.
I'm famously lucky.
Listen. I know you're optimistic about it, but there's a lot of people, I don't know, maybe won't be a little bit too happy about this, me marrying a little outside the clan. There's two people we'd have to clear it with. There's Yorihiko, he is my liege lord currently, or my father. I'm sure either of them would be suitable to acquiesce to a marriage, and then the deed's done. It's just a matter of convincing either one of them. Keep in mind, you are marrying into the Mantis. I don't know, a lot of people might think of this as a bit strange. You are a great clan marrying into a minor clan. That's a significant step down, Koga. You are aware of that, right?
I am.
Of course. It's always worth it, isn't it? God, this sucks is strong.
It's opium water.
Opium. It's not opium water. Alright, Koga. So there's your fucking answer. You either need to you need to convince either Unagi Gin, who is currently in Mantis Lands, or you need to convince Yorihiko no Raijin, who's here.
I mean, I guess we start with him, right?
You probably have to start with him, yeah. Alright, you're going to Yorihiko, like, you're going immediately there?
Yeah.
Just right there? Alright, I just wanted to, like, make sure of your plan. Alright, so
Yeah,
last time I checked, I believe, I believe they were camping out, like, right here in, like, some kind of, like, not like a speakeasy, but, like, near the, no, it was over here, it was in the docks. They're mostly staying, there's, like, 3 or 4 vessels, and most of them are staying, like, right here in the docks. Most of the army, I should say, is staying in their ships currently. Yorihiko can be found by his usual haunt, and he's just, like, he's kind of just been doing this the entire, like, few weeks he's been here. It's just, like, he's been going out every night, he's been getting fucking drunk, and everybody around, like, just everybody in this, like, entire district is just, like, sick of these fucking dudes. They have been, like, not, like, openly harassing people usually, but it's a bit of a clash of cultures. These guys are a little crude, even by, like, Toshi Rambo standards. This city is kind of seedy, infamously.
Well, I'm sure I blend in perfectly.
Alright. How do you approach Yorihiko? That's my question.
He's getting fucking plastered, right?
Yeah, he's drunk right now.
Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna grab myself a drink and just, maybe not go directly approach him. Just hang around for a little bit. Slowly work my way through the crowd there.
Alright, Yorihiko is in the midst of a joke. He's like, alright, so I'm telling you, I'm sitting here, and the midget's just, like, falling down the fucking stairs, and he's having, like, a seizure, I'm telling you, and the trout was this big, and I'm sitting here looking at Sane, I'm sitting here looking at my wife like, I must be dreaming. And then the entire inn just, like, erupts into laughter and shows you the Discord.
Captain, how did you know about my wife?
Thanks, guys. Oh, hey!
Yes,
Koga, is that you? Come here. Come here, pal.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up? The sky! This guy... No, I'm messing with you. Come here. How you been?
I've been doing well. How about you?
I've been alright. I don't know. Getting a little stir crazy. I guess that's just par for the course. I'm, not really like a landlubber, as they say. Just kind of, a little stuffy here for my taste. We're probably gonna head out a little bit soon. Head on down back to Kyuden Gotai. Might be Gotai, I don't know. Yeah, Gotai. It's AI that makes, like, the I sound. Well, we gotta head on back to Kyuden Gotai. Yeah, Kyuden Gotai pretty soon. That's what he tells you.
Oh, fair enough. I do have, I suppose, a bit of a proposition I'd actually like to strike.
Lay it on me.
Well, you see, I've become rather infatuated with a certain member of the Mantis,
Uh-huh.
who I have proposed marriage to, and would love to have your approval.
Alright.
It is Hosuka.
He knocks back a drink and then is like, Hosuko! Hosuko, huh? Whoo! Oh boy. Well, you sure know how to pick 'em. Ugh. Oh, that's so strong. Why Hosuko?
Well, you see, I believe she may have actually saved my life.
That doesn't surprise me. You were fucking bleeding first time I saw you. Like, you needed a doctor real bad, man.
And she found me one, and even paid for it.
Whew, boy, that couldn't have been expensive. That couldn't have been cheap.
No, I believe I actually got some sort of special stitches. I can't quite remember the name.
Eh.
Anyway, how do you feel?
How do I feel? He, like, scratches his chin a little bit, and he leans over, and he pushes some guy out of the way, and Gozen is sitting there. Gozen looks at Yorihiko, and Yorihiko looks at Gozen, and Gozen pulls out his little packet of bones and just kind of, like, rolls them.
Oh, God damn it!
Why are you infuriated by this?
I hate the fucking bones. Just like I hate Goes.
He rolls the bones, and they kind of scatter all over the table. He, like, puts them together. He, like, flicks one to the side a little bit, examines them pretty sharply. He kind of gives, like, a little head nod. Does kind of like a little ambivalent-looking look. And Yorihiko just kind of, like, turns back to you and says, and just kind of grins and says, "Tell you what, I'd be down with that if you were to come sail with us. I want to see if you got what it takes. You're marrying into the clan, right? And you're gonna act like you're in the clan." And he, like, jabs you with his thumb.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got something planned for you. Maybe you're gonna have a real fun time. Think you can handle it?
I'm famously lucky.
Is that just Koga's fucking catchphrase now?
It sure is.
Famously lucky.
If you ask me about my capability to do something, I'm famously lucky.
You're gonna need more than luck. You might need another hand, actually. I don't know if you're gonna get one where we're going, though.
Of course, I would need to speak with Sonic about this before we go, but I am, of course, am.
Oh, will you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not gonna be waiting around too much. We're gonna be here 1-2 more days longer before we hit the road. Or river, as it were.
Hit the road.
God fucking damn it.
Time waits for no man. Or rivers. Rivers don't wait for anybody.
Oh, Spider-Wood.
You can wait on a river, but a river won't wait for you, man. That's just how
What is my penalty for going with this man?
I don't think there might... I don't know if there's, like, a specific penalty. I mean, Sane did kind of give you leave to, like, surveil this guy. I don't think it would be... Or not surveil this guy specifically. I think it would be kind of, like... maybe a little out of your way. Not, like, a huge... I don't think there would be an honor penalty.
Okay. Well, then,
not,
you
like,
know what?
actively ditching your duty here. You kind of do need to get... The idea is that you get closer to the Mantis to find out who the fuck's, like, up the plant, basically.
Can I, like, mail something to Sane? Is that, like, possible in this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. I'd like to mail a letter telling her what's going on, where I'm going, and yeah, and then I send that out, and then I go back to you. We're going sailing, apparently.
As you say that, he, like, narrows his eyes at you and grins. Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, at this point, you kind of have, like, free reign to do whatever you'd like in Toshirambo here. Are you gonna, like, sit there and get drunk? I think
I'm
you want to actually surveil Gozen or something
I
like that?
do, but first I'm gonna go smoke some opium, and then we're gonna surveil it.
Alright, you are gonna be intoxicated for this. I think we did rule that, like, getting fucking turned on opium is
Yes.
intoxicated instead of, like, dazed or whatever. So, yeah, for those not in the know, Koga has an addiction to opium. This is one of his disadvantages. That was for the stream's sake, not mine. Not anyone else's here.
And yeah, I think that's well. I'll buy a couple of poison.
More poison? Okay.
I don't know
So,
if you're gonna
yeah, it's
need
for the listed price of whatever it is in the rulebook.
Yeah, I think it's 50 zenny
Zenny.
or 60 zenny, I believe.
60 zenny is like a whole goddamn boo.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm good.
Smoked. Poison bot. What is your approach?
To what exactly?
To surveil Gozen.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna not wear my armor.
You're not
Only
wearing your armor?
concealed weapons.
Hold on. Gloomy, could you move closer to your mic, maybe?
Yeah. How's this?
Turn up your input volume.
Let me turn my input volume.
Alright, you good?
It is on max now.
Alright, that sounds way better. Okay. What was it you were doing? So, no armor, concealed weapons only?
Yes, no armor, concealed weapons.
Right, no armor, concealed weapons only. So, the party kind of goes on a long time, like, well into the wee hours of the night, as it does with, like, these Mantis guys pretty much every night. They party pretty fucking hard. It begins to wind down, and I want you at this point to roll me skullduggery. In any approach you want.
I don't get bonuses from strife and fire.
No, not a conflict.
Cool. Then-
See, I told you guys. I told you. Told you.
Okay, I think it would be a fire. Oof.
Oof. Okay, the TN was 2, so you do pass. You do spy Gozen. Yorihiko eventually, like, stumbles back to his chambers, just kind of drunk, and Gozen kind of leaves him. Gozen doesn't really do anything in particular. He just kind of... It's almost kind of painful how, like, fucking boring and mundane he's doing. He's kind of just, like, sitting around... He definitely looks like he's, like, thinking or lost in thought. He just, like, sits there for, like, hours on end, like, well into the night, and then very suddenly, like, gets up, and then just, like, takes up a new position, and just kind of also just, like, sits there, contemplating. He goes from, like, a bench to a veranda on, like, a tavern of some kind, and then he just kind of sits on, like, a plank of wood by the docks. And he's just kind of, like, chilling there for a little bit. He does this until the fucking, like, the wee hours of the morning. Like, you see the sun come up before he, like, finally just, like, goes...
I just want to push him into the fucking river.
Ball's in your court, man. That's how I run
Fucking-
this game.
Fucking do it. Do it.
Probably a bad idea, but
How many people are around? And is it dark?
Hold on. Are you going to throw him into?
Well, I could throw him into the river, or I could just veiled menace style execute him.
Yeah, don't throw him into the river. He's Mantis. He probably knows how to swim.
I mean, it's a nice way to inconvenience him at least.
Don't be ridiculous. Mantises can't swim.
They're bugs.
Have you ever seen a
like,
mantis swim?
They're bugs, by.
So there's a lot going on. So it's always you are surveilling him right now, but like, I mean, I'm not gonna say you can't like assassinate him or push him into the water or something. Is it a good idea? I don't know. That's for them to
No.
decide, really.
Yeah.
You know what, Gloomy? Fucking do it. Do
It'll
it,
be a
crazy bastard.
gigantic.
how easily can I like conceal my identity? If I just like throw a bandana over my face like I normally. Is there like is there a way to determine like?
Are you carrying any ceremonial items?
Don't believe so. No.
Hold on. You said concealed items, yes? You have a Ninjato, yeah? So
I thought he had a Shinobi Gatana.
Yeah, he's got a Shinobi Gatana.
I've got a Shinobi Gatana. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Okay, so it is
ceremonial.
ceremonial.
That'll give you away.
Yeah, that's
Well,
ceremonial.
until I draw it, in which case it loses ceremonial.
Yeah. But if you're drawing it and sneaking up on him and, like, someone sees, it's like, hey, what the fuck?
That's true, but I could just draw.
What's your highest deadliness weapon?
Lowest deadliness. So probably like a shuriken.
No, you want highest deadliness. You want to kill him quickly and then run away. Like you want to get the crit and run.
The knife.
He does have a knife.
The knife have higher deadliness than 4 + 2. I guess it has 6. What does Shinobi Gatana got?
4, 5.
Does it have a plus for being wielded two-handed?
Yeah.
If they're both 6s, the katana has.
I mean, two-handed doesn't matter.
Why wouldn't it matter? They're concealable, so you can draw them two-handed instantly. So.
Because this is Gloom. This is Koga we're talking about.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah. The knife is 4 then one-handed.
Yeah, the knife is 4 one-handed.
Yeah. Is there anybody? I guess if there's nobody around, you might as well do it.
I mean, if you can do it from stealth, do you have Veiled Menace style?
So, Spider, I know I've mentioned this before. I just want to get your opinion on it. It's my left hand that's missing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the possibility of strapping a bow to my hand?
I think you need a specific prosthetic in order to get a bow on your hand.
Okay. Rumi, I need something to grip a bow.
We're working on it. We're way ahead of you.
Clearly, you've never read fucking The Dark Knight Returns, where Green Arrow shoots an arrow at Superman with one arm.
That was a pretty badass scene, and I went back and looked at the animation for that scene, and it's not altogether clear how he does that.
It's really not, because it doesn't show it.
It shows the shot, but like
not
It
how
shows
he did
the
it.
arrow, and then it shows him. Then it cuts to him just like hanging upside down from a roof with like holding the bow.
What? Yeah, what?
He's just that good.
He's
He was actually holding the string in his ass cheeks.
Okay. I'm going to not kill Gozen. It would be memes. I will give you that.
No, do it.
Do it.
Hey, just
Kill
like
him.
look around to see if anybody's around, and if it isn't,
Hang on a
just,
second.
You know.
Real quick. Well, hold on a minute. All right, Gloomy, what's your plan? I moved us into a secure channel.
So
It's just you, me, and the stream. Oh wait,
So-
fuck. Hang on a second. Hey, fuckers! Turn off the. I know you can hear me. Cause like some of them are in the chat. All right, fucking like, just tell me right now. No peer pressure.
Oh, I'm not pressured. I mean, so not much of a plan. I mean, really, like he's just. For what it sounds like, he's sitting on a fucking dock, just enjoying the moonlight, gazing on. So I mean, it sounds like I honestly could just walk up and fucking murder him if I walk like quietly up to him, and I probably can with skullduggery. If there's that, or if I could just strap a bow to my arm, could just fucking literally just shoot him.
There is no. You have no conceivable means at this time to fire a bow one-handed.
So then the only conceivable plan is
Would be to
taking a
sneak
knife
up on him.
and two brutating.
Yeah. The only course of action would be to like sneak up on him and kill him. And I would like to point. So I do need to point out, Sane at some point specified he needed to be taken in alive, and she hasn't given you exact orders to like kill him, only that he's like kind of dangerous.
I know, I do remember that. Um, okay, honestly, it's kind of memes. Let's just see if we can kill him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my sheet of the guitar.
All right. It has been decided.
Fuck it.
Why is Orlando double muted? Why did Orlando deafen himself? Oh, you piece of shit! You were listening, weren't you?
Hello.
You were listening to the stream, weren't you?
Maybe.
Fucker! I expressly told you not to do that. All right.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I went like, "Hey, fucker, quit listening." On the stream. Whatever. All right, it's fine. Koga, ball's in your court. What do you fucking do?
So, we're gonna try to sneak up behind him.
Skullduggery.
Like we did in melee, is it? Melee.
Air skullduggery.
Air skullduggery.
On it.
TN is 3.
We've whiffed.
Go stand.
I haven't drawn my weapon yet, though, so I mean, I have plausible deniability.
Gozen stands up, and the dock creaks audibly. He turns, and he locks you dead.
Did you whiff? That's.
He locks you
TN3, yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Do you have some kind of? Can you leverage an advantage or something to re?
He does not. Like famously,
I
lucky does not
don't-
apply here
What? Why?
because
Isn't it really
It
bothersome
looks like
that
it
I'm
might
famously
apply,
lucky?
actually.
I think specifically when trying to do something very, very high risk.
yeah, I wouldn't say this.
This seems high risk.
This is like when he says high risk, it means like things like
Actually making the attack itself, not just creeping around where the consequences for failure are like pretty minimal.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is pretty minimal.
I mean, like, it goes
the
and detects you
advisor-
coming. That's fine.
It's the rerolls are for a win. Performing a check in which you need to leverage your reputation.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is like
Yeah.
You are not actually
It
lucky.
doesn't matter.
I know, it's
just
very
very
annoying.
Actually, being lucky is like spiritual protector.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Gozen Gozen stands up, he turns to face you and locks eyes and just sort of like tilts his head and he gives you a little wave.
Little does he know you were about to take his life.
I give him a half bow and return to like surveil. After like an hour, we're gonna go away for a little bit.
He entered you kind of lose track of him and then you find him again, and by the time you like find him, he's like back in his quarters and Yorihiko's up. He doesn't look like he slept or anything. It's just like
What a
really odd.
strange fucking man.
He is perhaps a little too strange for his own good.
So hold on, really quick. What kind of skill is Skullduggery?
Skullduggery's trade.
I'd like to convince Gozen to pay an additional 10% to fucking catch these hands.
An additional 10% of his life.
Actually, I would like to learn all of his disadvantage. Oh, it's not an initiative check. God damn it. Sorry.
An initiative check.
I didn't realize that was an initiative check. That would be so fucking nice.
Unfortunate.
Alright, well, what's next?
Alright. Yorihiko's up, and he like gives a big stretchy, and he's like, ah, beautiful fucking day. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Get on the... Alright, you, Koga, get on the Raijin. We're heading out.
So, I do have a question. Did that count as a downtime activity?
That was downtime, yeah.
Then I can learn all of his advantages or disadvantages per op spent this way. Downtime check examples of air. 1 op spent. Air plus. Op spends 2.
Hold on a fucking second. Is that on... I think that's on downtime activities. I don't know, would that count as like a downtime activity?
That was surveilling
Yes,
him.
it was an activity taken on a downtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to write them down, so give me 1 second. Okay,
Hold on. How many ops are you spending?
Well, I think I have 2.
All right.
Well, I mean, honestly, I guess I would have 3 because I mean,
I'm
I
sending.
knew I was gonna pass the check. Oh no, I did take the explosive. Never mind, 2. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yorihiko says, "All right, get on the fucking Raijin, pal. We're going to Mexico now." We are blowing this proverbial pop stand, he says, as he begins unbuoying the buoys and adjusts the poop deck properly.
Wait, that's not how this.
I don't know how any of this works. What are you looking at me for, man? What? Okay, Vlad, what would he be doing to, like, properly, like, launching his vessel?
What? So how was it? Was it like in a slip? Like where was it
What the
moored
fuck's a slip,
in the
dude?
river? What do you mean? What's a slip?
What do I mean? What's
What is a slip?
Yeah, what's a slip?
What the fuck's a slip?
It's like when you have like a dock and you have like a rows of docks that ships go into.
Oh,
It's like it's kind of like a ship parking spot.
ship parking spot. Okay.
Was it like in a slip or was it like moored off in the river? Like
It was in a slip, yeah, let's say.
okay, so they're just undoing the dock lines
Alright.
and just push it off.
He's
Like
just
really,
undoing
I mean,
dock lines. He's pushing off. These are both 2-masted vessels, and they set sail downriver. Oh fuck! Hang on. Something I gotta do. No, I guess we're fine. I thought I didn't have this one in, but I did. Okay, so where we're gonna fucking do. You set off at the crack of dawn just outside of Rambo. You sail. Excuse me a moment here. Oh man, everyone's over there. Koga's not having any fun. You sail south downriver. Are the players here on? Do you guys see the map?
Yeah.
y'all.
Yes.
Okay. You sail downriver, and eventually you come to a curious blockage in the river. There appears to be a crew of someone. Like there's like this big, like, absolute disgusting mess of just like downed ships and like burnt boat stuff.
Who could have done that?
Yeah, who could have done that?
The fuck is this?
Keck.
Yorihiko turns to you and says, "Ah, yeah, this was Kyo's doing. Kyo's handiwork. I wanted to see it for myself before I left. That's why I took this way. I wasn't really quite feeling going all the way back around the, whatchamacallit, the entire circuit of the Lion Lands." He just kind of throws up his hands. See them? He pulls you close, Koga, and says, "You see them?
See what?
See them? The crew on the over there, trying to clear
Yes.
trying to clear the wreckage.
I do see them.
They're tortoise.
Oh?
Yeah, tortoise. You know them, right? Hard not to, I guess.
Fire? What are they doing here?
Clear the blockage. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Come with me. There is a brief exchange between Yorihiko and, like, a guy, like, probably just, like, some sort of deckhand. The deckhand goes to tell the captain, and the both of you, that is, you and Yorihiko, both come aboard a smaller tortoise vessel. It's like, hang on, actually, I have a map for it. So you're, like, right in the center there.
Okay.
Please ignore that giant crossbow. I don't know how that got there. Alright, so you're, like, right in the center. By which I mean, put yourself there. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I improved your map.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
He crossed out. It's a crossbow.
Oh yeah, thanks, I guess.
Crossed out cross.
Crossed out the crossbow.
Crossed out book.
Crossed out bow. Okay. Yorihiko, you're like in the same like range band currently. You and Yorihiko come aboard, and the current tortoise like captain is like really irate to see a fucking mantis here. He comes up to Yorihiko. No, you're in the same range band. No move.
Okay.
He comes up to you and he says, "What is the meaning of this? The mantis come in our hour of weakness to cause more trouble? To rub it in our face? To see more of our men dead? Do you wish to see their bodies burned? Is that it? Is there anything else like..." He is cut short by Yorihiko brandishing a kama and sticking him straight in the throat. Roll initiative.
Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ, Yorihiko.
Well, cool. I'm glad that he is actually just a fucking psycho. Good.
Okay, there's the Loyal Bushi profile. Gloomy, roll initiative. Good, sir. Yeah. Here. Gloomy?
Yes.
Roll initiative!
Oh shit.
You moron!
Sorry, I took my earphone out for just a second, and I think you must have said it in that time.
Alright.
He's a what tactic?
Tactics, yeah, plus your focus. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's just your focus. What's your focus?
4.
4, okay.
I am getting a lot of ops this game.
There also should be, like, another Loyal Bushi, like, right here. Oh, boy. Kinda... The thing's kinda fucked, but it's fine. Alright, Yorihiko, where are you, my dude? Yori... Where's... Oh, wait, hang on. One thing. Yori... Yorihiko, I'm gonna put you, take you up. Close this, close this, close this, Bushi. Alright. Yorihiko no Raijin. We're gonna roll you in water. Okay. Ooh, alright. He's gonna pick up explosive, success, and op. So we're gonna re-roll those 2 explosives real quick. Wow! Wow, Yorihiko, nice work, great job.
Amazing
All right.
job.
Alright, so...
Excellent move.
So it was... Okay, so his total is... 2...
What if Yorihiko just like died?
That'd be funny. That'd be neat. Okay, so 6, 7, 8... And he's going to spend the 2 ops to clear his strife. Alright, time for the Loyal Bushi. This fucker, you are in water. You're in earth. Fuck.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth. Alright. Welcome to Earth. Alright, so Loyal Bushi. You first, so, let's go clockwise. Hang on. Turn, and turn. This takes a little bit because there's like no macros like there are for Dungeons and Dragons 5e. Fucking mosquito. Alright, so let's see here. Air. So they're gonna roll in Earth. So that's, they're gonna pick up the, all 3 successes there. So that's the first guy. That is 5 plus 3 is 8 initiative. 8. You're gonna roll. Okay, so success, both explosives. So that's 2 success. He's gonna pick up the explosives, but not the op. Alright, he's gonna pick that up, so that's 2, 3, 4, initiative. So 9. This.
Yada Yashigaru Nikosaimasu!
What?
Alright, so success explosive. I'm gonna re-roll that. Okay, just gonna pick that up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also gonna have 9. I think I'm gonna.
Well, Gloomy's gonna fucking die.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wait, why is Gloomy's initiative so low?
I literally rolled straight up.
Is your focus only 4?
Yes. It's my water plus my fire. I have a fire 3 and a water.
Water is still 1?
Water's still 1.
I have done so many.
Alright.
No, I've done a shit ton of skill and technique increase. I'm pretty bulked up, so now I'm just saving up for some rain.
Normally you're supposed to do it the other way around. It's like the opposite.
5. It's 5.
He's going to pick up, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 plus 5. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. Another a 9. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have it go in this order real quick. This guy is going to take the maneuver action to get into position real quick. Alright, so that's 1, 2. He's only going to pick up the 2 initiative things, so he can just get, like, right here in Gloomy's face. This guy, he just watched his captain get, like, fucking, like, whacked in the throat with a comma, and he's going to, like, poke, what's his face? With a spear? What does he have? He has, yeah, he's got a spear on, so that's Earth. Earth. Wow, nice. Okay, so explosive, success. That's alright. So that's 1, 2, 3, 2 successes. Minus Yorihiko's armor, which is 1, 3. What's the damage on a Yumi? Or not a Yumi, a Yari? Orlando?
5, I want to say?
What?
What's the damage?
Yumi or damage on the Yari is 5. Yes, it's 5-3.
5-3, okay.
Range 2.
That's 5, that's his armor. Okay, Yorihiko takes that amount of damage. This little Ashigaru is gonna get... this little Ashigaru is going to actually defend against Yorihiko. That's like Earth. Defend that roll. Okay, so it's gonna pick up both explosives and a success. Let's see here. Both explosives and a success, so 1... Okay, so he increases that by, like, a significant amount. Yorihiko's probably not going to be able to just, like, immediately wail on him. This guy is going to maneuver. He's just going to, like, move over here. He's got a Yumi. It is Yorihiko's turn now. Yorihiko brandishes yet another comma, and he's looking pretty...
G-Bill.
What? Yeah, he has 2 fucking comma. Alright, Yorihiko, seeing these guys are kind of squaring up, moves over to this range band and starts, like, fucking... They're not Oxford commas. They do have a name, however.
What an Oxford comma?
Water. There we go. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not correct. Fuck. Shit. Alright, that's not correct either. Fuck me. There we go.
I see that, no dodge.
I want to know dodge.
He doesn't actually make a secret of it. He's got it on his back. He's just, like, not drawn it yet, so he's gonna pick up explosive.
No, you can wear no dachi on the hip like normal sword.
Oh, okay. Alright, so he's gonna pick up
Just, like,
explosive.
drags the
explosive,
deck behind it.
success.
There are in real life EI techniques for no dachi.
Specifically, yeah. I gotta check something here.
I did research. I was like, I wonder if this can be if the arbitrary restriction on them not being able to be EI'd is a real thing, and it's not a real thing. They are totally EI'able, and their entire school is built around it. So, in real life, not in
Alright.
not over.
Okay, so he's gonna pick up both explosives, and he's gonna roll that. 2 explosives. He's going to fucking town on this guy in front of him. Holy shit. Alright.
Yorihiko can't be stopped.
Explosive successes. I'm gonna come.
Explosive.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes minus 2, so 4 damage plus, I think it's 5 for these 2 combos. Yeah, 5 damage. Because he's dual wielding Toryu and Hiryu. And he is just going to town on this guy. He's going to spend the op on Coiling Serpent Strike to immobilize that guy's weapon. And using the 1-op. So that guy cannot use weapons for that attack action. Koga, your turn. Just so you're aware, you can all move into this space. Just FYI.
That's cool.
I'm
not
move
cool.
yourself back, yeah.
I'm going to attack this man.
Alright.
You all know it's coming.
Alright. Rolling that damage, baby.
Will do.
It's worth noting that, like, these guys are not wearing, like, actual Ashigaru armor or, like, lacquered armor or anything. They're just, like, kind of fucking, like, sitting there.
Oh god, these poor bastards.
Yeah, it's just sailors.
This is gonna be a mess.
Oh, boy. Bonus successes, I don't think bonus successes do anything for him unless it's, like, a...
Rising Blade doesn't, no. But, Crossing Blade does.
Yeah, so...
The TN is Vigilance, it's not TN3.
Yeah, it's TN Vigilance.
That's FFG errata, not mine.
The
That isn't even my autistic house rule, that's FFG's autistic house rule.
The TN, however, is 3 in this case. It is Vigilance.
Oh, their Vigilance is 3? Okay, well, that's convenient.
So you need 3 successes there, Gloomy.
So just doesn't matter if I just need 3.
It doesn't matter, you just need 3, yeah. But, however, ops do translate to damage, because Razor Edge.
Yeah.
Ops do translate to damage.
Yeah.
You can
Okay,
use Razor
so
Edge
I will pick up
with
the
your
op,
weapon, which is the base
and then I'll pick up the black explosive, and
Okay.
because the black explosive that'll give me 3, right?
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah, there, he's getting the opportunity cost.
And then roll the explosive.
Ooh, nice. You wanna go... Ooh.
You do have to at least keep the explosive there, which doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I won't take the second one.
Alright. So, what weapon are you using?
Katana.
Katana. Alright, this dude looks really fucking bad suddenly. Just, like, very suddenly looking real...
You're spinning the op on Razor Edge, right?
Yeah, I just on Razor Edge.
Yeah, so it's 7 damage.
Oof. Very significant amount of damage right there. Alright,
Watch this man.
I don't think there's anything else you can do in this scenario.
No, I don't think there is now.
Alright. Okay, so... Fucking... Dickface McFuckface over here, the one getting, like, wrestling with, Yorihiko, can't actually do a whole lot besides, try to maneuver? He's gonna, so yeah, he is going to take the maneuver action again. So Earth. It's like, wow, this is like surprisingly upbeat music for this. Does this still work? Fuck. It's like surprisingly upbeat music for this like fucking massacre. Let's do. Alright, hang on. Let's do this real quick. Alright. Yeah, good. Okay, so he's gonna pick up op success, explosive success, and then success. So that's gonna be a 1. Alright, that's an op. What can he do with 2 ops? He's gonna give himself assistance on the next check. He's gonna like move over here. This little Ashigaru is going to start attacking. Yorihiko still. Oof. Okay, so he's gonna pick up the 2 explosives. He's gonna pick up that explosive. Alright. He does beat that. Yorihiko is just like, he's wearing like really thick armor, and he's just like fucking taking these like a champ right now. This little Ashigaru is going to remove his defensive stance and is gonna start attacking you, Koga. Alright, so he's gonna pick up, Op. Yeah, he's gonna pick up both of the exploding die, so let's reroll the both of those. And the, bonus success. Wow, that's real fucking nice. So that's, 5 plus 1 damage? I think there? Yeah, 5 plus 1 damage. What's he gonna spend? What can he fucking spend the op on? Gloomy?
Sorry, what?
Did you get that?
No, I did not.
5 plus 1 damage.
Oh, 5 plus damage? Okay.
Okay, 5 plus
For my armor, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
not
after,
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, after my
No,
armor.
it's before. Wait, no, fuck.
Okay. Alright, okay. I get what you're saying.
It's before armor.
So it's 6 damage, right? Okay, so I take 2.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. He's gonna reduce the severity of the next critical strike he suffers with that op. This last fucker is gonna take the maneuver action again. Alright, so that's, it's TN1, yeah, okay, he's gonna pick up the 2 successes to move another one, and then the op, and he's also gonna reduce the next critical strike he suffers by 1. It is Yorihiko's turn. Excuse me, Yorihiko grins wildly and switches into an aggressive fire stance, and he's going to fucking town on the other guys. So he's going to pick up all the successes and the op strife. So he's currently at this amount of strife now. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5 successes right off the bat. Rolls another explosive. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So that's 5 plus, I think, 4 bonus successes. 5 plus 4, that's 9 minus 2 is he's dead. He's fucking dead.
Wow.
This man is just, like, eviscerated right in front of you. His katana blade, his kama blade finds the throat and just, like, rakes it to the right, and blood and gore splatters all over you, and this man just, like, falls into the river.
Wonderful.
Alright, your turn.
So I would like to get your opinion on what would happen right now if I were to just pop a good old one of these right now. Would they just go flying into the river?
Yeah, they would.
I want to take a step to the side so you don't hit Yorihiko with it.
Yeah. You would be hitting Yorihiko with it, and he'd be like, ow, man!
Okay, we won't hit Yorihiko. Instead, let's see here. Who was Yorihiko hit earlier? I know Yorihiko just
hit the guy that was...
If you scoot, you can thunderclap and hit both of them.
Cool.
Without
the
hitting
guy
Yorihiko.
hit earlier, if that's what you're asking. This guy right here.
You do have to be in air stance for thunderclap, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, unarmed in melee air. Yeah, that was it.
So I guess we'll swing at this guy.
Okay.
Well, you're targeting every character simultaneously.
Yeah, with thunderclap, you
Well, I
target.
know, but I think it radiates off of like
No.
an attack.
No.
It raises
Okay,
up-
okay.
As an attack action with the ready martial, you may make a TN. It doesn't specify target. It's just anything.
Yeah, it targets all characters within the attack's range. Yeah. All right. Well, there's 3. There's your TN.
There's your TN, baby.
Oh, and they're all in Earth too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're gonna launch.
They both need to make fitness. Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah, TN4.
What are you spending the opportunity on?
So it's a TN5 fitness check now. I'm spending both the opportunities.
You only have.
You've only got 1. You have to keep 3. You only
Oh,
get
I
to
see the 3 successes, right? Okay, so yeah, it's a TN4 fitness check.
No, it's still a TN5 check because they're all in.
Okay. So,
Holy shit, one of them actually... Oh wait, no, never mind.
No.
Yeah. So he's gonna take all the whites there, and we're gonna reroll that for that. So that's 1, 2.
He fails
4,
and it gets launched.
And he's fucking launched into the river.
And weapon damage is dealt to all of them, right?
Yeah. Weapon
Yeah.
damage
Yeah.
to all of them.
Is Koga just like knocking both of them off the fucking...
That's pretty good.
I am so glad I picked this up last session.
Pretty fucking nice. He also fails. He also fails. He is just fucking sent flying into the fucking boat. I don't quite know what the fuck they're going to do.
let's just pretend they can't swim.
No, they can swim. They can swim.
Well, they definitely lose. Fuck them.
I'm gonna suggest they're gonna have to spend like an entire maneuver action just to like get up this rough terrain or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna like. That's what they're gonna do. Is they're gonna spend like. Let's just say. Let's just say that like it takes their entire turn for both of them to get like back up. And they're like a little soggy and like, fucking like frazzled that just fucking happened. Wait.
How much damage is that for both of them?
What's that?
How much damage was that?
That was quite a bit of damage, yeah.
Did they not take additional damage from falling into the fucking river?
No, they fell into water, and water negates fall damage.
Yeah, but like falling all the way. Wait a minute.
No, it doesn't. What is the range? What is the range? Because the water doesn't negate fall damage.
It's fuck.
How many range bands did they fall?
Probably just like one or two.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, they're mild penalties for that. You do have to... Okay, do you want me to get out the falling rules?
Yeah,
Oh
bring it
no.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, bring it out. Rules layer the shit.
Okay, so when you fall, you have to make a TN3 fitness check, TN1 air, or TN5 if it's earth. So they have to make another TN5 check. And for each, if they succeed, and then for each bonus success, they reduce it, and it's based on like a 10. So you said they fell 2 range bands?
2 range bands, yeah.
Okay, so have guy number 1 make his check
Okay.
to resist falling.
I would argue that falling into water at least reduces it by 1 range band. At
Oh,
close
okay.
ranges.
I guess that makes sense at close ranges, yeah.
Alright, so what was the TN again?
5
for
if
Earth.
they're in Earth stance. Yep.
Fuck, let me check this guy's. Oh my god, his composure is not great. So his health is like. Fucking. His composure's like 7 alright, so. I'm gonna reroll that explosive. Explosive.
If only they had look out.
Alright. 1, 2, 3. He fails, unfortunately.
Okay, so he suffers 4 physical damage and he's disoriented.
Alright. Holy shit.
If we're going with falling into the water is range band 1 instead of 2.
Does disoriented mean that they can't get back up?
I think it.
No.
It
This already
means-
increases the TN of,
Of movement and support actions.
but they can just not make the check version, and they'll be fine.
Right, but
I
if
mean,
they're
they'll keep
climbing
the condition, but
but if they're climbing up an entire range band, that's more than just their one free move. They have to.
right, you can make a maneuver action without making a check.
Right.
Okay. Ooh, alright, he might actually win this. He's gonna pick up all 3 explosives there.
Jeez.
I feel like climbing out of the water and up the boat should probably count as difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Well, he hit 5, so he reduces it to range 0.
Yeah.
So he's
God.
just
So
disoriented.
he is just disoriented.
He's just
It's a
He did
disoriented
5.
intake.
What a fucking champ.
What a fucking
Yeah.
champ. What a.
So the first guy took 4 damage from falling, and the second guy is disoriented. Well, they're both disoriented.
They're both disoriented, yeah.
Only the first one took damage.
Alright. This top one is kind of just like freaking the fuck out right now. He is going to jab at Yorihiko with his speary spear.
Oh, hey, Gloomy, guess what works? Guess what keys off disoriented?
What keys off
I
disorient?
was hoping for like fucking
Veiled Menace.
Veiled Menace. You can be stealthed, or your opponent can be disoriented to
So
activate.
Yorihiko takes 3 damage there. He spends the op to. So what was it? They're gonna take the maneuver action to like get back up onto the boat, and they're both like, "Oh, it's in my nose."
It's possible they don't know how to swim. You know, medieval societies.
Well, they are tortoise,
They're
though.
tortoise.
They had a rough time getting back up. It is now Yorihiko no Raiden's turn.
There are
Are they
English
both- are they
sailors
both still
in
disoriented?
century
They're both still
that
disoriented.
didn't know
I'm
how to
still
swim.
not convinced they can make it back on the boat, but whatever.
Yeah, they had to take a movement action, so they're still disoriented.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a hard ass bitch to pull yourself up onto a boat.
Yeah, I'll
I
give
mean,
them
yeah,
that.
they're tortoise. They're hard-ass bitches.
They are hard ass bitches.
I've done it with a kayak and it is not.
Well, kayak is hard because it moves around.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kayak. Once you get it though, it's super easy to do.
It's
Unless your
so
kayak is
big.
full of water, in which case
It wants
it's
to roll.
very hard.
Yeah, it just rolls all around.
I had a sit on top that kept flipping over on me, and I didn't realize. I thought it was self-bailing, but it was just actually a giant air chamber. I was renting not realize. And so, like, after like the 5th time I had flipped it, like, it was full of water, and I could not understand why I could not get back on top of it out of the water. It was because it was completely flooded full of water.
Yeah. Do it.
Hang on, I had to fiddle with something real quick. Okay, Yorihiko is once again going fucking nuts with fire stance. He's just dual-wielding Kama like a fucking...
Wow.
Oh no.
This is
What a
maniac.
What a fucking dog.
Fucking die!
He was going to town on this dude up here, and he continues to go to town on that dude, and he's gonna pick up all the successes.
Are Yorihiko and I actually secret best friends? We just love getting fucked up and killing people.
Maybe not. Oh my god!
Oh, shit.
Alright, so that's, let me tick this up here real quick. This isn't... he's only gonna pick up the successes, though. Because that's, he is going just, like, fucking ballistic. This man is dead. This man is fucking gone. Yorihiko wastes absolutely no time in, like, jumping on this man, and his Kamas find every little hole in his defenses, and he is, like, actually just disemboweled in front of you. Like, his intestines just are splayed all over, like, this top deck here.
Koga smiles brightly. You want to see me do it?
Nah, do the disoriented thing.
I could, but if I roll enough damage with this weapon, I might kill both of them in one.
Fucking well, no.
Is he just doing it again?
I'm just gonna fucking knock the shit out
Oh
of
my fucking god, you're making me... Gloomy, I'm doing so much shit here!
him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll take up all the explosives. Okay.
Okay, so this first guy is actually just, like, decapitated or something. Just, like, immediately, and his body goes, like, flying into the river. It's this last guy that's gotta resist that check, so that's... And he... No, he's got explosives, he can still roll. He can still roll. No, he fails. He fails. And then he's gotta make another one, because this stupid bullshit.
I love it.
Holy shit! Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ!
Maniac. Alright, so he's gonna pick up both white explosives and the black one. Oh, okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. He makes it. Local Mad Lad, once again, and that's... Oh my fucking days. This man, however, is now compromised, unfortunately. He just saw, like, 3 guys just get fucking, like, evaporated right in front of him, and he is gonna, like, start, like, trying, like, to doggy paddle his way towards the shore. That is his unmasking.
Can I like just move over to...
No, hang on, it's not your turn.
Okay.
Wait, doesn't he trigger a finishing blow?
Nope.
No, that's only in duels.
That's only in duels.
Oh.
Yeah, he
And nobody's in range
triggers
to finishing blow him.
from, like, arrow range. Like,
Well, Koga can throw his weapon, right?
yeah, he can.
Oh, that's exactly what I plan to do.
Yorihiko.
Do you have a soaring slice, or
I'm going to soaring slice my wakizashi across this fucking river, hopefully.
not the katana? So you can do that with the katana too.
Oh, I could do it. Yeah, I mean, I may as well do it with the katana.
Yorihiko just steps forward and says, "You got a runner? Show me what you got, Koga."
Where is it?
Backflip, I do. Commit war crimes, I must.
Is this how you do male bonding over a wedding proposal?
Yeah.
Oh my god, not this. Okay, well, I do have 3 successes there.
What was the TN?
What is the TN exactly? Is it against the
TN2.
It is TN2. Okay, so you've got 3. Okay. So damage plus bonus successes. Is this guy disoriented?
This guy is disoriented, yeah.
You can Veiled Menace him. You can crit him with 2, using Veiled Menace instead of the usual thing. Veiled Menace reduces the cost to crit to 1 instead of 2. That's what that does.
Ooh.
So,
And also lets you crit on attacks that aren't strike.
yes.
You hear that, Gloomy?
So you can do a hit crit here. So normally you'd need 3 ops because he's an Earth stance, but now you need 2 because you have Veiled Menace and he's disoriented.
Yes.
Did you hear any of that?
Vaguely, but no, not really.
You can use Veiled Menace to crit him with Soaring Slice because he's still disoriented.
I would love to do that.
Okay. This guy needs to resist a fitness. No, he doesn't. He's just dead, actually.
Yeah, he's a minion, so... Yeah, the sword impales itself in him because he got crit with it.
The sword
Kills him.
embeds himself right in the back of his neck, and he drops. And the blood begins to, like, very slowly seep onto the beaches. The rest of, like, the Mantis crew begin to notice this, and, like, there is, like, an actual, like, fight breaking out on the beaches as, like, Mantis sailors, like, storm off to, like, try and, like, get in on the action.
We will
Yorihiko,
fight them on the beach. We will fight them on the river.
Yorihiko walks up to you and gives you a big slap on the back and says, yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
We'll fight them at the hills. We won't climb onto the boats and fight them.
I offer you my daughter's hand in marriage as a reward.
As a reward for just massacring everybody. Okay. I think,
What a fucking madman.
fucking madman. Okay, so this is over 3 hours. Okay, I have a lot more content. I'm gonna take a quick break, I suppose. Because,
Okay.
How long of a break are we?
Yeah, need to use bathroom and stuff, so BRB again. I normally don't like doing this, like, twice a session, but, like, it's fine. BRB. Jedi Fallen Order and COVID-19 announcements out of the way, let us return back to the spicy gossip of the Winter Court. Real quick, so it is currently the 17th of Shinjo. The date hasn't moved quite yet. What is everyone doing? Let's go.
I think Katsumi and Akira were conspiring about how to either, like, provoke Lion into attacking the unicorn or do something silly.
Yeah, you were talking geopolitics. Quite interesting. Wow.
Yes, why don't you join me to talk about sports teams
Touchdowns
and
and
geopolitics?
Shut up.
Vlad, move your icon to fit into the other arch too.
What do you mean?
Look at it. Look at it real hard.
On the building.
On the building.
What about it? I am in the arch.
Yeah, he's got it on the arch.
Hug it more tightly.
Needs a little more.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I feel like you care about.
I understand now.
High octane gameplay.
Rumi is probably trying to recover after that fucking verbal ass kicking the Caillou gave him during the lesson.
Yeah,
Jesus
it was real
Christ.
fucking rough. Are you? So there is like a dinner tonight. Are you specifically going to like spend the time like to clear all your strife? You would probably specifically have to like not visit that dinner.
So it's not enough time to get a rest in before.
Not a whole rest, no. But you can do a downtime activity for now. I think there is like a downtime activity that is like clear strife specifically. I think it is just like a meditation.
Yeah, it's just resting. Yeah.
Okay. It's like, what is that? Just is it just resting or?
Oh no, but I need Rumi here for rumor spreading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I only have half of the required shenanigans. I mean, it's the important half.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so. Just spend a bunch of ops to do it subtly.
That's not a terrible idea. Especially if you're tanking the TM.
Yeah, I'm going to tank the TM.
How do you
Well, yeah,
even
because if
think-
you tank the TN, then like it'll guaranteed be TN1 pretty much.
Let's go over what exactly you plan to do in character. Let's think on that.
Well-
I guess Rumi and Akira actually need to meet up then.
We're gonna have to meet up because Akira still hasn't been told about Damadai's betrayal in character.
That's
Yeah.
Even though I have a brilliant out of character plan of attack.
yeah. Let's hear all about it.
So once a new scene rolls over and Rumi is slightly less likely to snap and throttle somebody,
Yeah, it is a new scene now.
he'll go meet up with Akira.
Let's see.
Ah, Rumi-kun, nice to be here today. How are you doing?
I could be better. Can I come in?
Sure. Creak.
Creak. No, it's more like.
What the fuck is wrong with these doors?
See, Japanese doors don't open out; they slide away.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, but why are they making horse noise?
It's not a horse noise.
It's a glorious unicorn shinobi reach.
Lord, Orlando.
Those fruity scorpion shinobi screaming. Should have seen that coming.
Cranes screaming.
Anyway, Rumi will come on in and, take a look around to, like, make sure the door is, like, shut and secured. Try and hear if there's anybody listening.
See if there are any horses on seal.
Gotta check if there are any horses on the ceiling, exactly.
All right. What's the matter?
Is Katsumi still there?
Was he?
I think that's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I mean, it just depends on like the timing with which Rumi came in.
I
Like,
don't
if he
think
came in
he would-
approximately at the same time that we were conversing.
I think he came in later,
I think
probably.
he probably came in like a little later. I don't see any like reason why he wouldn't be specifically.
Okay, then he can be there.
Okay.
Alright. You're aware of the operation Koga and I pulled to return Ranmaru from Lionlands, right?
Yes.
Katsumi?
No. Not formally.
We were tasked by my uncle to return him as he had been defecting to the Crane clan out of a desire to marry my cousin. But it seems to go deeper than that.
Deeper than a lion marrying a crane, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you remember at the talks when... what was his name? Renmar's brother?
Ranmaru's brother, yeah, Izumo.
When that lion who was related to Renmar, I'm just not even gonna fucking use his name anyway, fuck him, accused me of blackmail and holding for ransom.
Yes.
It turns out that actually is happening, but it's not me behind it. It's Damadai.
Come again?
Bastard. All
And
right.
unfortunately, he has more or less expressly stated that he is more than willing to use this to blackmail me.
Oh, what's he gonna do? Kill you?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Uh,
I think he may or may not have the Harriers watching me.
So what do we do about this? I suppose we could meet with Izumo and tell him what's going on, but I don't know if he'd believe us. There's not like...
Izumo and I already met after the meeting, which was before Damadai revealed himself to have been behind it all. I believe he already believes that I had nothing to do with it, or at least not knowingly had anything to do with it.
And I don't suppose Damadai would be willing to give up much anything in exchange for releasing the hostage. 'Cause it gives him too much power. It gives him power over the lion, it gives him power over you. He's not going to trade anything for that. Unless he can become clan champion off of it, maybe, given my uncle's recent breakdown.
You come to think of it, this explains his rage, I suppose, at Katsumi's interference the other day.
How so?
Well, if the lion and crane aren't led to a forcible cessation of hostilities, and the lion believe that we have the hostage, they'll simply march on us.
Well, speaking of, Katsumi has more information, although I wouldn't be surprised if it's something you hadn't figured out already.
The current clan champion of the unicorn has some, let's say, deep-seated hatred for the crane.
That's a problem.
So if the lion do march on us,
We
don't
probably
have
can't
any
count
allies.
on the unicorn for assistance, yes.
Yeah. Can't count on the unicorn, and we'd have to wait until the next winter court to get much out of it.
If we survive that long.
Exactly. Now,
Sheesh.
I might be able to hold a bridge with an army, but other generals may fare a little bit worse. Lord knows if Kuano will support us.
I'm here, right?
Yeah. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be.
Perhaps now would be a good time to check in on Yorihiko if we came to a short period of peace. You definitely have my support if I were to take command of Mantis forces.
That's reassuring, but I'm not sure we'll be able to hold against the lion with the support of only one minor.
Well, the Unicorn Clan champion seems to bear ill will towards the crane. I do not believe he is especially positively inclined towards the lion.
So they may just stay out of it rather than helping it.
It may be possible to turn them against each other.
Maybe.
So I have to figure out some way to get the unicorn against the lion, and we have to figure out some way to. I wonder if we can negotiate a deal with the lion, particularly raw for the unicorn, and make it look like they did it.
Could you run that by me again?
Akira was saying, I wonder if we treaty that was particularly raw for the unicorn and make it look like the lion were the ones who were pushing for those concessions.
You want to negotiate. Okay. How would you do that?
That's a possibility.
That's a possibility. How would you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot on the table here. I mean, I'm not here to say no to anything as long as it's not fucking stupid.
Shut up, Spider. I'm thinking.
Wow.
Aggressive.
No, shush, let him think. He's thinking.
And there is the matter of Damadai to worry about. I suppose, well, I suspect if we were to go behind Damadai's back and make some negotiations for the hostage, he'd probably have us assassinated or worse.
What do you mean, or worse?
There are worse things than death.
I have to wonder if Renmaru even knew.
Probably not. I don't think he would have agreed to come if he thought he would be held ransom. Is he imprisoned? Do we know what state he's in?
I hadn't seen him since we returned him to Shiranbo.
I might be properly imprisoned then. Well, I don't think breaking him out of prison would be a very good look either.
No, it would not.
We have to figure out some negotiate. Okay. I have to figure out what the unicorn want. Trade information about Damadai to the lion in exchange for a concession of theirs that looks like it's a concession, but actually screws over the unicorn.
Outlaw horses.
Fuckers deflated my horse. Can't have shit in Toshiranbo.
So it looks like a concession to us, but they can't publicly say where they got it when they're pushing for it in the negotiations. And it screws over the unicorn. Just kidding. This is all very complicated. I wouldn't know what the first thing about what the unicorn would want.
I would like to turn your attention to the fact that there is a big feast coming up this night tonight in the winter.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
You can use that as an opportunity to gather information.
No, we're using that as an opportunity to spread rumors.
So chaos.
I think I will cause problems on purpose.
Exactly. I mean, Vlad can gather information, but
I don't suppose Heart of the Wind is worth enough
What was that?
to the unicorn.
A Heart of the Wind?
Yeah.
the pattern.
The pattern, yeah.
Trading knowledge of the pattern for something.
That's okay, so that is valuable. Like what you have specifically is very would be like valuable to somebody, and you could make it as like a good gift or like leverage something like
What
that.
if you simply put it in the public domain?
No, bad Narco. Down.
Not sure that would help us.
Don't mind
would
me
have-
just pirating these weapons.
You wouldn't pirate a katana, would you?
You wouldn't pirate an 8.6 Bicento mounted, would you?
You would download a sword.
Fuck you, I'd download a sword.
I would totally
I
download
wish.
a sword.
Okay, we need to figure out some way to tip the lion off to the fact that Damadai is screwing everybody except himself in this case. He's screwing us, he's screwing them.
If only
Just-
somebody here had cadence.
Alas, nobody here has game.
Alas.
See, we can spread the rumor around that Damadai is screwing us, but there's no way to convey that concretely just yet.
And without rustling of leaves, that'll be pretty easily tracked back to us.
Can we spread the rumor around just that the unicorn have the hostage?
But the unicorn don't have the hostage, unless that's what you're expressly trying to say.
We're trying to spread the rumor that the unicorn have the hostage. That's the rumor we're spreading.
Oh.
If the unicorn are thought to have the hostage, then Damadai has to either, like, expressly come out and say that either him or someone affiliated with him did it, or he can't get his money anymore because they're not negotiating with him.
I mean, yeah, but what about when the unicorn are just like, what the fuck? No, we don't have this. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a matter of convincing, like, everybody of any
I mean, rogue elements of the unicorn tried to set fires in Toshi Rambo. Rogue elements of the unicorn may have kidnapped a lion.
Maybe. How are we gonna convince the unicorn of that?
Well, no.
Build
just
enough
once
momentum in the intrigue scene.
Once you
dingus.
Once you convince everyone else that rogue elements of the unicorn are capable of arson, it's not hard to convince them that they are
Well,
also capable.
we don't need to convince the unicorn that they kidnapped somebody that they didn't kidnap. We need to convince the lion that the unicorn killed
Exactly.
somebody that they didn't kidnap. Totally.
So if they won't stop at arson, then will they stop at anything?
So, we could pin the kidnapping on the unicorn. I'm not sure how reliable that would be, but it's a good first start. It robs Stamadai some of his power, and it gets the unicorn and the lion into at least some degree.
Still easily tracked back to us, though.
I don't know, fly casual.
Just act casual, yo.
What do you
I
mean,
hate-
just act casual, yo?
I hate flying.
I hate fly.
I hate playing.
Like, fucking obscure critical memes are just the best. Like, oh, it's so good.
Vlad's like a fucking sommelier for like very specific memes.
Ah, a fine vintage.
Fine. Fine vintage.
Jesus Christ.
Rumor of a unicorn kidnapping can mean only one thing. Invasion.
God, you fucking people.
Actually,
This
am
rumor
I
is perfectly real.
able to do a blessing of steel during this while we're having this conversation?
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but like it's also like that's kind of weird. Do you need something specific for Blessing of Steel, or is it just like
No, it's just like very minor magic
go ahead?
stuff.
Yeah, Blessing of Steel, Blessing of Steel.
I'm gonna do
whatever the fuck
blessing
you
of
want.
steel void
Oh,
on my
Ooh.
Wakazashi.
on his
Ooh,
Wakazashi.
Jesus Christ! I almost failed that. Jeez.
What does that do?
Blessing of Steel Void reduces the TN of the next attack I make with the weapon by 1. But there is also a Void Artisan Upspend that does the same thing, which I will also use.
Those stack. I think it
But
needs
why?
it does need to be to a minimum of 1, however.
Yeah.
Like, not yeah.
Just because?
Well, yes.
Just to have a backup plan.
In case of what? The fight breaks out during the feast?
Look, Blessing
you
of Steel
never
is
fucking
permanent.
know.
I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this with like any near plans.
Okay, it's just a downtime thing.
Next, yeah.
What if
Let's see. Is there any?
What if the unicorn actually did take the hostage from us?
That would be awkward.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Kind of awkward.
the Unicorn Clan champion has it out for the Crane. Like his Geary is literally have victory against the Crane. If he thinks that the hostage is like a boon to the Crane, then chances are he'll try to take it if he thinks he can.
So we need to convince him to try to kidnap a hostage?
And then intentionally let him, and then set loose the lions upon his lands.
So we're going to use him as bait. We don't even know where he is.
That's true.
Last you saw, he was in Toshi Rambo, yes.
Yeah, but he also went missing, didn't he?
He's theoretically missing, yeah, but like, last known location was Toshi Rambo. So, Rumi would know this off the top of his head. The letter that Izumo showed him expressly said, "We are taking him to Toshi Rambo." There isn't any reason to specifically believe he's not in Toshi Rambo. It's like, maybe kinda high risk, considering that Toshi Rambo's like an exclave on the forefront of like the lion offensive, but like You don't really, diegetically, you wouldn't have any other like leads to go on, basically. That's the information you have at your disposal.
So our rumor is to convince the lion. So somebody is trying to convince the unicorn that kidnapping him is a good idea, and somebody else is trying to convince the lion that the unicorn have already kidnapped him. So this is a two-step process.
This seems mildly implausible.
There's a lot of moving parts. I wouldn't call it implausible, it's just busy.
Well, spreading the rumor is easy. We have the tools in place to do that.
You're kind of in a wilderness of mirrors, otherwise, though. Don't have an awful lot of, like, intelligence to go off of.
We have Lord Togashi's insight.
Oh, you do have Lord Togashi's insight.
Guys only want one thing.
Fucking disgusting.
So what is our current plan?
Yeah.
Good fucking question.
Well, so our larger goals here are get Domadai off our ass somehow.
Right.
And get the unicorn to be friendly with the crane. Those are our two main goals.
Or at the very
correct?
least, enemies with the lion.
And I guess we have a third goal of get Vlad to be clan champion somehow, but that one may be a little bit.
That's a lot more moving parts. You need to get.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we can make any progress until news of Yorihiko no Raijin butchering it.
Yet another innocent village.
But I mean, that information probably should get to us pretty quickly, because like Koga is there and is in contact with Sane, who I requested to tell me if Yorihiko commits a war crime. So like, you know,
We'll get there, but we don't know that yet.
Like, it just happened today in like a pre-industrial
yeah,
society.
it'll happen.
Damn, it
soon.
sure would be helpful if Yorihiko committed a war crime.
And then,
Oh
like,
boy,
tweeted
here I go
about it.
killing again.
What a fucking meme. Okay. So,
Hashtag soup.
do we have any other ideas about what we should try to accomplish?
I can like tell you stuff you
this feast.
like your characters would know, but like maybe you don't quite realize.
Go for it, I guess.
Alright, shoot. Well, I'll use the hint.
Oh no, I was just asking. I was just telling you like if you're stuck. It was just like, is there something we're missing here?
Well, I mean, the plan of spreading rumors about Domadai. Oh, wait, Domadai's kid was like some fucking asshat, right?
Oh yeah!
Yeah, he was involved in the smuggling operation that Rumi busted ages ago, and ended up committing Sudoku because of it.
Yes.
Which is why Domadai hates Rumi's guts.
You think we could leverage the fact that his kid was just a dishonorable asshat to smear him even further while we're spreading rumors about?
Oh god.
I mean, that will probably result in my throat being slit at night, but sure, you could do that.
There's a lot on the table and a lot of fallout as well.
I don't doubt that we can accomplish it mechanically. Is the
It's just
thing.
surviving it is the problem. I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, no, I mean, we have the physical pieces in place in order to do it on like a game mechanics level, but it's more a matter of like figuring out how to fluff this.
Okay, so I could probably tell you, like, just break it down real quick, step by step, what your plan is, and then I can tell you if you're missing something.
I mean, you know what our plan is. We're gonna smear Domadai
You're
somehow.
gonna die, right?
We're either, let's see, are we going to, we need to pick right now if we're going to try to convince the lion that the unicorn have the kid, or if we're going to try to spread a rumor that Damadai is overreaching somehow. Which do we think is better, fellow player?
The rumor about Damadai is probably less convoluted
Yeah, because it's true.
and less hilarious, less likely to backfire hilariously.
That being said, it leaves us with very little answer to the fact that the entire Unicorn Clan is our enemy now.
Well, we have the rest of court to figure that out. Our first goal, I think, is getting Damadai off our back. Is Damadai's the guy who's also fucking with our diplomatic attempts.
Alright.
So if we can remove that roadblock, it gives the rest of us a lot more freedom.
Could probably just get
Going.
a lot out of the Unicorn Clan champion by threatening to go public
But we can
With
get
what?
with
The arson.
the arson.
Nobody will believe us because
Yeah,
he's
but he
got more
literally
stats.
offered me stuff.
He was like a little alarmed that like Togashi knew so much, and he was like, I'm willing to keep this quiet. Willing to do favors to keep that quiet.
Yeah, but if we actually like bust it out in front of the crowd, nobody is gonna believe
Right,
Togashi.
that's what I'm saying. We could just get if we needed something in particular from him, he
Hmm,
might do something for us.
Okay.
Right, here's what we need from him. We need you to go to Toshiranbo and capture this man and take him prisoner.
I mean, maybe though. Like, if we could offer him some benefit to him doing that, maybe. Like,
This is horrible.
This seems way too
There's
complicated.
a lot going
Yeah.
on. There's a lot of moving parts.
chaos is a ladder.
Oh god.
I think smearing Damadai is
I agree.
probably the best short-term thing. Like we're just trying to figure out what we're going to do this scene. Like
Yeah.
which specific thing
Yeah,
we're doing
spearing
this.
Damadai.
So we'll say, what do we want to? What rumor do we want to pin on him specifically? That Damadai is secretly disrupting negotiations by holding lion people captive against the rest of the crane camp. Lion is interfering with, or no, Damadai is interfering with crane diplomacy. That's a little too vague, though. We need Lion is interfering with crane diplomacy by holding a hostage. The crane delegation is unhappy with Damadai. No.
I mean, that sounded a little better to me. I mean, maybe a little bit too, like, I don't know, not, like, scandalous enough, but I think
The
that's
crane
right.
the crane delegation. Damadai gone rogue disrupts crane negotiations with secret hostage.
I'm sorry, you're spinning rumors or writing newspaper headlines?
Yes.
Same difference,
Same.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Daidoji Damadai, owner of the Daidoji Damadome.
Doji Akira.
All, all we need to do is get him to try to address him. Then we can simply challenge him to produce the lion on the spot to collaborate, or to corroborate whether or not he was a willing defector. And if he can't, and if he won't, then like,
It looks bad.
Oh yeah, we could make a public show of, or Akira and Katsumi can make a public show of. Heard, you've been keeping this from us,
That's true.
and disrupting negotiations. I'm going to tell my uncle, the clan champion, that you're disrupting negotiations. maybe Katsumi is the best person to do that because he's a neutral third
I do not
policy.
give a shit professionally.
Yeah. And then, like, Togashi can reveal that, and then Akira can act like, right?
I'm sorry. We're going to do. Are we gonna do a fucking psych?
Yeah.
As in the terrible TV show.
It's possible,
That
yes.
show's alright. I liked it better when it was called The Mentalist.
We're just gonna walk around like some public. Wait a second. Fucking Katsumi just gonna walk around some public place like I'm getting a vision of Damadai kidnapping someone. And Akira's
You know what?
like, oh my god, how could this have happened?
You know what? I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
That seems like a step 2, though. Like, after spreading the rumor this time, the next time there's a big thing, Togashi can just run around be doing Togashi thing. Like, so like we spread the rumor to get it, like, in people's minds, and then later when Togashi comes out, getting a vision, everybody can be like, the rumors were true! Dishonor upon Damadai!
Dishonor upon his cow.
So, rumor first. What was it? It was like clickbait headline. Damadai.
Damadai
got
gone
rogue.
rogue.
This is one easy trick. Find out how.
Wait a second, that's me.
So Damadai's gone rogue. Is that your true rumor's gonna be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rumor is going to be like Damadai gone rogue. Hostage interrupts peace negotiation. Something like that.
All right.
The only thing interrupting peace negotiations is this monk.
Yeah, but we don't know. They don't know. That.
No. Technically, the mention of the hostage did interrupt peace talks, just
That's
more
true.
briefly.
Very brief.
Just more brief.
Yeah, I mean, we're just spreading a rumor. It doesn't have to be specific or 100%. It is a rumor, after all. Who's the target of our convince? I guess the Ikuma team, Izumo. Partially. And
The lion. We're just like the. I maybe just like the lion. Specifically. We'll see
And
how like.
Whispers of Court just drops a fucking rumor bomb on the room, so.
That's true. Does Kyo have anything to add to this?
No, I'm here for this. Like, it's good.
Okay. It's good. Kyo says it's good.
all right. Yes, I will.
I suppose we're good then.
All right, we have a mechanical battle plan. Let's do it.
Alright, they have a mechanical.
Oh, Toffles, I can. Oh man, you're gonna really enjoy this.
Oh, no.
So the plan is you're gonna go in, sensational distraction, cut Whispers of Court's TN down to probably 1, since the target's lowest vigilance, and presumably somebody in there will end up with 1 vigilance after sensational distraction.
Probably, yeah.
And then I spend as many ops as possible on the subtlety op spend for air.
Yes. Yeah. Oh wait, well, bonus successes will score momentum, so you'll need
Oh,
to.
shit. Alright, fine.
We wanna get as much momentum as possible loaded.
Alright. Let's fucking do this then.
All right. Alrighty. Let's do this. And they may try to discredit us, so that could also be an issue. Oh, but Katsumi can just keep pumping anti-strife into you
It's true.
in our stance, yeah. So,
Mhm.
okay, we'll do it that way.
He's
Okay.
a social healer.
He is in fact a social healer. This is weird, but
That's kind of how
it's a plan. Vlad can do whatever Vlad is
good at.
Vlad can grab a bucket of popcorn and watch.
How dishonorable.
Oh, muscle.
Yeah, Vlad can just be like, "Oh, that's dishonorable."
Oh, muscle.
Ooh.
Wow, I'm a dirty mantis, and even I think that's dishonorable.
He's
Is
not-
that an earth check or a water check? That's the real question.
All right. So, are you all ready to go?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I guess we're all ready to go.
All right, let me
Let's
put
do
your
this.
tokens in the specific position I want. Do not touch them. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. Ugh. Oh fuck, where'd he go? Oh shit!
Oh, I wanted to be on the
No,
roof.
shut that! Milton,
Shut
get
mouth.
down!
Get down, Mr. Milton.
I know, I'm small.
I'm shrinking.
Shut the fuck up!
My precious powering. Gone forever.
God damn it, I'm trying to do something thematic here, and you people are being like, herder, I'm small.
5'11", 6 feet.
Alright, so gotta
Trophy scorpion shrinking.
let me set the stage here.
Oh yes, it's Daidoji Damadai, owner of the Daidoji Damadai.
Dome.
Well, howdy.
Okay, so let's see here. Present, as far away as possible. Okay, so dinner is called well into the evening. Pretty much all of the attendees are
Short floor.
Schwarp. They're all just having like a good time. All just like chilling around. The lion camp is seated as far away from you as conceivably fucking possible.
I would like to
Very noble of them.
intentionally try to catch the girl's eye and stare at her smugly.
You
This-
catch her
this
eye a few
girl?
times. Was that?
Yeah, that girl. Okay.
Croyo.
I just remember she's the one who almost chopped my head off.
Yeah, she was kind of pissed about that. She was not happy. Not happy in the slightest. Alright, so the lion camp is
Can you at least put the Empress into, like, the curve?
Fine! There! God, you fucking needy bastard!
Katsumi was kicked out of the crane for not having an off button to the smug.
Wait, no, the crane don't have off buttons on the smug either. Hold on.
Smug.
You say that, but
But... okay, let me just, like, get a big old list of, like, who's fucking present here. Kazuhiro Tombo is here. So, let's see here. Other people... Ide is here. Ide... let's see here. Ide... Fujimasu's here. He's, like, down over there. He's, like, not, like, quite, like, rubbing elbows, but he's present, I guess. Bayushi Seiji, what's his face's boss is present. He's like, he's taking up too much goddamn space on the screen. So, some immediate figures that jump out to you, Doji Naoto, your cousin Orlando. She is, like, kind of up there in terms of, like, crane secession. I think I told her about her. She's,
Yeah.
she's mute and of weak constitution. She's here. Rumi, you definitely spy a few times Yuchi Aranori hanging around. Bayushi Seiji. The Tortoise Clan champion is present. Nakauji.
Oh, they got a new one?
Yeah, a new one. Oh, fuck. I forgot to give, like, so many... fuck. There's a lot of characters I forgot to give character art. Something that you would know, Narco. Miramoto Kageyasu. That is the daimyo of the Miratomo clan. And he's not the clan champion, he's the Sokuzunin. He's basically, like, the next in line. He's there to, like, handle the day-to-day affairs of, like, the Dragon Clan and the military affairs and such. Mostly because the Togashi monks are all just, like, fucking chilling in wherever the fuck Kyuden Togashi is. And they're, like, too busy to fucking go. Alright, let's see here. So, dinner is now served, and you are accompanied by a lovely Kodo piece. That I'm certain we'll play at some point. It's not soccer.
oh, that was Oro, not Groovy.
How's the look on stream? Yeah, this looks good on
Oh, that was Oro, not Groovy. It's my favorite. I'm confirmed to be a master Kodo player, apparently.
Okay, fuck. Hang on, gotta fucking grab something.
Blast.
No, not that. You
Gotta go
talk to
faster,
that.
faster, 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 faster.
No, that's
Is it time for your dick flattening spell?
It's not time for my dick flattening! I'm trying to get the music!
It's not 4 p.m., Oro.
4 a.m. God. God! Alright. We now have some, it's supposed to be Kodo music. Whatever! Anyways, yeah, dinner is now served. Roland, the players, may start rolling initiative at any time. Is your roll all for, like, the
Wait,
same
why would we not immediately?
Just, like, at your leisure.
Okay. Oh, I see.
I'm gonna roll it in Earth, probably.
This is sentiment,
What
right?
is it again? I always
Sentiment
forget.
plus focus. Sentiment plus focus. Sentiment
Gotcha.
plus focus. Sentiment plus
Alright.
focus.
I'm going to make this roll in water stance. God-forsaken attempt to reduce my strife sum.
Whoa.
I can live with that. I
First
will.
roll the game, and it's min.
I'm just gonna only take the op strife and then use the op to knock 2 strife off.
Okay.
I
So it's an initiative score of. I think it's 7 on the sheet. It should be 6.
focus is fire and water. Question mark.
Yeah, focus is fire plus water.
So I'm gonna take 3 successes and an op and reduce 2 strife. So my initiative is. Bam! There you go.
3 successes and reduce the strife.
Okay, what's your final initiative, Togashi?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We're actually able to enter it on the.
That's a slightly painful roll, but okay, I'll take it. You know what? Here we go. That's my focus.
Oh, you know what? I rolled meditation by accident. That was my bad.
Oh, nice work, idiot.
I'll re-roll that. It's sentiment, right?
Sentiment, yeah.
Okay, I will take all 3 of those, and that makes it 6. Wait, no, still 7. Sorry.
Alright, so yours is 7?
Yeah.
Okay, 7, Akira's is 9.
I put it in.
Okay, time. Oh, thank you. Time for the NPCs, real quick. The entirety of the Lion Camp is going to be rolling in 1 initiative currently. So your social objective is spread a rumor.
Seems like it, yep.
Okay. Let me check something real quick here. Alright.
Katsumi can just activate Earth needs no eyes and just draw their fire because none of them can pass a check against it.
That's true. I gotta, like, check fucking, like, TNs and stuff, so... Alright, okay, the momentum points needed right now are 5. 5 to spread a rumor. Okay.
That's doable. It's pretty easy, actually.
Oh, is it? Let's do 6!
Oh, hold on. Isn't it based on some stats?
It's based on the vigilance of the highest person in the scene, plus, like, other external factors. It's not hard and fast. The GM sets the difficulty value to the objective. To achieve this objective, and can tell the players the value at this discretion, I will be. The vigilance attribute of the character in the scene with the highest status is a good starting point, and the GM can invest this value up or down based on character disposition towards the rumor in question. So let's go with 6, I think. 6 is fine. I think it's fine.
It's also easy. It'll be great.
I like how Damadai is at this dinner party with 4 people that he hates.
Whoa, 4 people that he hates. Damadai is at this dinner party with like 20 people that he hates.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Oh, actually, well, hey, can we use the fact that everybody hates Damadai to make spreading rumors about him easier?
there may be things that already do that in place.
Put the momentum back to 5, you dingus.
What?
Like, oh, it requires 5. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Never mind, it's 6. Okay, that's fine.
6 is fine, I think. Domidai's up, and we're gonna use Lion space.
I mean, as long as I go before Rumi, we're good.
Okay, let me check here real quick.
Which you do.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. He's gonna pick up all of those. He's gonna pick up all. He's gonna pick up all the successes and. Yeah, it's all the successes. All the successes. Strike. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 7, 8, 9. His initiative is 10 currently. I think he does go bullet before everybody. Kazuyori also goes. No, Kazuyori goes before that guy does. Kazuyori. Hello?
Yeah, I just got back.
Oh, it's fine. Nothing terribly important, anyways. Okay, so Kazuyori, he's gonna pick up both of them. He's gonna pick up that in the op. Explosive. Oh, okay, so explosive. Furious is an air or black die. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Two strike. It's 3 plus 6, 7. His initiative is 8. Okay, sorry that took me so fucking long.
It's okay. I forgive you.
I'm talking to you. I think Doji Akira has the highest status, followed by does this initiative look right? I think everyone has tied status. Or Rumi and Katsumi have tied status currently.
Probably 35.
35, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, Rumi's at 35.
All right, what is your social objective right now, fellows?
Shouldn't Kyo be up there tied with Akira?
No, Kyo has much lower status.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
it's just based on status, not the role.
It goes, so it's a status bracket and then an initiative bracket within status?
Yes.
I see.
I've tried to, like, fucking...
Well, it's you roll initiative because you can preempt, right?
preempt somebody,
That's-
correct, yes.
Right.
But you lose honor.
But you lose honor if you do that. You lose 1 honor. Sometimes more if it's like the Emperor or something, I don't know. Alright, so, real quick, what are your social objectives? So you're all pursuing the same social objective? All pursuing spread a rumor?
Presumably.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And the initiative
Let's
point for
Nick
that is
fucking
6.
do this.
Okay. The initiative points required for, fucking Lion guy is also 6, and this guy is, well, you'll see.
Okay, Toffles.
Mm-hmm.
Important question. Should I open with Rallying Cry or the other one? Or Sensational?
So, just because of the timing of Rallying Cry doesn't really help me. Unless he's Sensational Distraction, then Rallying Cry, and then I launch the rumor.
Oh, I think I can use... Oh no, because Rallying Cry targets allies, and I don't want to reduce your vigilance. Right, yeah. Guess I could Rallying Cry the lion. I'm not sure that would be a good idea, though.
Could go either way. Up to you.
Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, so I will start with some kind of fire social check to get everybody's attention. We'll go.
All right. Kazuyori sits up and real quick, do I have to tell you guys social objectives? I think I'm like mandated to just like momentum points. Did I do that?
I don't know.
Did I do that with
I mean, this
intrigue? Is what I.
This game is. I mean, this game is usually intended to be played with information in the open.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you specifically have to. It's just like the spirit of the game is usually
okay. So
to have stuff in
I'll
the
tell you
opening.
the momentum points they need, but not what their objective is. I think I did that with.
Oh,
AJ.
Yeah.
we just like make a little box in the corner where we write the stuff
Like we do
down.
for-
Yeah,
So we
I
need
totally got
6.
this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally got this here. Okay, so there's D for Damadai, L for that's not an L. What? That's not an L, Dave.
It's like a
5.
4.
It's like a 5. All right. Fuck. How do you spell? Okay. All right. We're okay. And then C for the Crane Boys.
I was gonna say P for party, but that works. DLC, it isn't free, brand new and expensive.
Jesus, dude, that's like a 6-year-old me.
Found those player boys.
They drive me to drink. Well, yeah, I hope so. I hope we drive Damadai to drink.
All right.
Damadai and Crane are my favorite mutually exclusive categories.
All right.
Wait, I
So-
thought ours was also 6. Why is that a question?
Oh, whoops, wrong one. Hang on a sec. Let me just. Whoop. There we go.
So that's Damadai. Damadai has no fucking clue what he's doing, is what you're telling me.
Something like that. Okay.
Or maybe he's trying to discredit us, which doesn't score momentum.
Right. Okay. So, currently, Kazuori stands up and he holds up a sake cup and he says, I would hope that despite of harsh words, hot blood, and hot tempers of current events, that I think we can mutually break bread and have a beneficial agreement on this lovely night, the first opening night of the Winter Court. Kampai! He's gonna roll. That's courtesy Earth, I'd say. Why is this water so high? That's not correct. Anyways, okay, so, yeah, it's Scholar, Earth. Welcome to Earth. Alright, he's gonna pick up explosive. Okay. It's pretty obvious which ones I'm picking up. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.
Is he appealing to somebody? I assume. Is that correct?
Sounds about right. Could be led to believe that, yeah. The target does also not necessarily have to be in the intrigue, they're just like kind of in the scene. Narratively, I kind of want to cut down on like NPCs in the scene, I'll be honest. Alright, so, that is that amount of successes. He gains, 1. Hold on, let me check here. That's, 1, 2.
It's 1 and then plus. Is it 2 bonus successes or 1 bonus?
2 bonus successes, yeah.
Okay.
2 there. 2 out of 6. Okay. Damadai sits up and says, I agree. I should hope that we are able to keep tempers under control and passions in check. He is also going to give himself assistant. Wait, can he do that? He just like give himself assistance?
He can give himself assistance, but
Free or like
well, it's so the assist action is an attack, scheme, and support action. So I mean, he can give himself assistance for his next check.
Yeah.
But the only checks he would get assistance on this turn if he is the only other check he could do this turn
Yeah, okay,
if he
that's what I was
assists
curious
himself
about.
is a movement action
That's what I was curious.
because it counts as attack, scheme, and support to assist somebody.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. All right. So
But yeah, you can assist yourself, I believe.
right. Crane Boys, go ahead. And be Doji Akira, then Katsumi, then okay.
Yeah, Doji Akira is going to like make a big here and like holding up his sake bowl and just being flashy and maybe he'll give like a little speech about it's good that in these cold months we can drink some sake to warm our hearts towards each other. I don't know, some bullshit. He's just trying to make a big production. some bullshit.
Kazuori raises his glass to this.
Oh, here we go. Oh, well, I guess I should ask what the TN. I guess we should ask what the TN of this deck is.
What exactly are you trying to do? You're trying to like,
Well, I'm trying to prep stuff.
The TN is vigilance,
For
which is
these
I think
guys.
for Kazuori here. It's three. TN's 3.
Yeah, okay. His TN is 3. Nobody else is really in the scene, so okay.
It's just the Lion Camp,
That's-
Dalmadai, your camp.
Okay. Alright. Well, we'll take both explosives and a success and an opportunity.
Okay.
And we'll roll the explosives and just pray for more op. God fucking damn it.
Unfucking
Wow.
fortunate.
That's okay. I have a backup plan. It'll just have to be TN2 this time, Gloomy. or
Rumi.
instead of TN1 like I was hoping.
Alright, Katsumi.
God fucking damn it, I need more. Oh, hold on. I'm spending the op on Sensational Distraction on Katsuyori. So his vigilance is permanently reduced by 1 for everybody except me.
Ooh, alright.
All right.
Sensational
not
Distraction,
permanent.
single target.
The rest of the scene. No, it's not single. It affects all of my targets. So I guess I could target both Katsuyori and Amadai with. So you know what? Both of their vigilances are reduced by 1. That's fine. I'm just trying to make a big show and be distracting, so that works.
I mean, I just need you to, like, nuke somebody who has already low vigilance,
Yes.
since, War Special Court is based on the lowest vigilance of all targets.
Yeah. I mean, I'm being a distraction for everybody in the room, but these are the only
Very
two people,
deliberately
or
trying
the
to-
only 2 people counting in the scene.
Yeah.
Alright.
Everybody here has had their vigilance reduced by 1. Well, everybody on like their side of the table
Their camp.
and Dominai has their vigilance reduced by 1. It's just for the sake of
Katsumi.
declaring targets because they aren't all in the scene.
Katsumi's just going to roll to activate Earth Has No Eyes.
Okay. I think we should
Classic.
I think we should take Orlando's changes into effect now, because I wasn't aware of them before. So the vigilance increases.
The buff is only on the burst
It's
effect.
only on the burst effect, yeah.
Doesn't really make a difference for a Togashi monk, but
Yeah.
It
Is-
does
is-
because I don't have it tattooed.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't.
that's true.
Alas.
Alas.
I might have actually tattooed it if I knew that. I don't know.
I
Let me
guess
see.
I don't know. Turning on tremor sense is not like very ostentatious. It's fine.
I mean, what is the burst effect? Like how
burst
many
effect
bonus
normally
successes?
is you get a larger pulse immediately.
No, but no. But like, what's the
Tien?
How many successes? do you
3
get?
or more bonus successes.
Okay.
It's
It's
actually
so you need 4 successes.
Yeah.
So it's doable.
It's like legitimately hard to achieve.
I mean, I think buffing vigilance by that much is fair for TN4 check.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
I mean, it depends on the context, but yeah, sure. I guess I'll take all of the successes and hope to roll.
Explosive.
Do I want to do that, or do I just want to take 1 success, 2 ops, and pip some strife off people?
You can only do the strife pip once per
Oh.
turn, per check, right?
Probably better to just try for the mass vigilance bump. If it succeeds, you're an excellent tank, and you can just do
Yeah,
the
but it's
strife
taking
removal
2
later.
strife, and it's taking 2 strife, and that's sad, but I live.
You will in fact live. Oh no.
God damn it.
Oh, unfortunate. I think you can try.
All right, we will in fact bip. We will take off 1 of the strife that I took from this check. Oh, I mean it's a strife op. Fuck. I guess we'll take 2 strife for no gain, and end the turn.
Okay.
You've got tremor sense. I guess you can tell if anybody's pulling a knife on it
That'd be nice.
or poisoned.
Alright, is it time?
It's time.
It's time.
Yeah, you have a vigilance buff. So who's got the lowest vigilance in the room in terms of people being targeted?
So to clarify, it's lowered by 1. You said?
Yes, everybody's vigilance over there is lowered by 1. And
For everybody except
Rumi's. Yeah.
So,
Well, everybody except specifically everybody except us.
Right.
4.
So it's 2, 3.
Okay.
So 2 is the lowest?
Yeah,
in the
2's
room?
lowest.
So it's T and T.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, that's doable.
Cool.
Easy.
I guess just like post the text of
Yeah, I will.
work probably. 2 is definitely doable.
If you succeed, you create a rumor that sweeps across the room like a storm. Everyone in the scene hears it, and characters with vigilance lower than your bonus successes even come to give some credence to it. If spreading the rumor is your social objective as an intrigue, you score rhetorical points equal to your air ring plus your bonus successes. You might have just won this encounter, actually.
That was like I said, we can do it. I said we
Maybe.
can mechanically do it. We'll see how well he rolls. Oh, you know what? Katsumi probably should have just given you assistance. That might have been very. Oh well, too late.
Maybe.
We'll see if
Alright.
we can probably.
Let's fucking do it,
patch
and we'll
up
make
at the end
make
of
a check to spread the rumor that the Lion Crane peace talks were halted by accusations of a hostage situation.
Domadai has gone rogue and
Well, yeah, Domadai has gone rogue, and like that's
Domadai gone rogue. Hold
All right, courtesy, air. Let's Mick fucking do this.
Oh
Jesus
boy.
fucking Christ! Oh boy.
Okay. Let's see what. I mean, we do pass the check.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see how many bonus successes.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's
5 bonus successes.
That's 3 bonus.
3 bonus successes. Yep.
And I have an air ring of
So-
3.
It was a TN2 check,
TN2
wasn't
check.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, a TN2, not 1. Okay.
So we
So
did score 6 momentum immediately.
Immediately score 6 momentum.
Did you pick up the strife hop? Subtlety?
Yeah, I'll
Maybe
do
a
it for
good
subtlety.
idea. Yeah,
That did
well,
just
it's-
instantly fucking compromise me, so I hope you guys are happy.
It's fine. We'll just have Kyo make a check in air and pull strife off you.
You mean Earth.
Air.
In Earth, yeah. In Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
Okay, yeah, so
I
I'll
have-
perform
I
the
have
action
brain.
subtly, using the air ops and yeah, that sure is a rumor spread, but yeah, instant fucking compromise, Jesus Christ.
So how does the spreading the rumor work?
Yeah, let's hear how.
So.
So you just did what? Like start from there?
He succeeded, created a rumor that sweeps across the room like a storm. Everybody in the scene hears it one way or another, so it like passes around the room slowly. He did it subtly,
Right.
so it's played telephone a couple times.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Alright,
I don't know, maybe the servant, like, messages, or mentions it in passing, and like, the servants who aren't serving just happen to like pass it along
Yeah.
to each other,
like that kind of
and
thing.
everybody overhears it.
Eventually hears it, yes.
Yeah.
And characters with vigilance lower than bonus successes. So everybody with vigilance 3 or less, keeping in mind that everybody had their vigilance reduced by me, gives it credence. And if spreading rumors is social objective, we score momentum equal to our air ring plus our bonus success. That's intended
This
to be
is kind of
momentum.
wild.
So air ring plus bonus successes is 6, so we succeeded in our social objective. And
Generation.
we win the intrigue, and we can leave now if we want to. Without
Wild.
we just won. We accomplished what we wanted to do. We can kind of
technically-
leave.
We do technically win after Kyo takes his turn. But yes, you did just win.
What the fuck do I even do now?
Reduce
Make an
reduce
check and
Rumi's
take some
strife.
strife off of Rumi. please.
Yeah.
For the love of God, please help me.
Who should I reason with?
The lion dude, I guess. Like, I mean, I wasn't.
Sure, that's,
you know,
that's
I'm
really
a
dishonorable,
mantis-
and I'm a
I'm a mantis stabber. Yeah.
Oh,
Sure, I'll do that. I will. I will be like, wow, like, look how cool I am, and look how cool Akira is, and we didn't commit any war crimes.
We haven't committed any war crimes.
Look at
That
that!
is Doji Damada.
Yeah, like,
And
like
you're gonna rank.
I mean, but like in all seriousness, like the summary of what he's saying is like trying to reason with, like say like Akira and Kyo were off doing like committed like leading an honorable war, to sort of like contrast to like what the rumor is saying. So like, wait, why this Damada guy is
It's
did all
fucking
this?
Goofus and Gallant again.
That's what I'm doing.
Goof
I imagine
Gallant
this is.
it's an honorable campaign with his comrade.
So I guess just make an Earth courtesy check? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then if you, it's TN2, I assume, because vigilance, and then
Well, I think we know what I'm taking there.
yeah, and grab the op to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh,
With his comrades.
you want to take that explosive?
Yeah, so I've got 3 successes and an op. So do I use the op to take strife off of Rumi? Is that how?
Yes.
Yes, that's the plan.
How much is it? Do I reduce
2.
it? Alright, so yeah, I'll reduce Rumi's
fucking God.
Oh, fucking God.
We're down to 9. We're okay. We're a
with 3
functional human being briefly.
and I have 3 successes in my conversation with Lion Boy.
My sword insomnia strikes again.
Okay. Lion guy seems like kind of like placated by this, and he's like kind of scratching his chin a little bit. So, with Kyo's turn concluded, you have in fact won the intrigue.
Very cool.
Really, wow, was not expecting that. But that's fine. This is fine.
The rumor is spread. What do you actually get for accomplishing that?
Let's check real quick.
Rumi got exactly enough explosives in a row.
Okay, so spread a rumor. At the end of any round in which a character accumulates momentum points to or exceeding the difficulty value of the objective, the rumor becomes self-sustaining within the group. This does not necessarily mean that everyone believes it, but they discuss it and it becomes reputable to ignore. If the character fails 2 consecutive checks to spread the rumor, it fails to take root, and this objective cannot be take place completed in the scene. So you can already very visibly see the lion are kind of like whispering back and forth between each other, between like fans, and they're kind of like
Characters with lower vigilance than 3 also give it some credence because of the specific ability, the Shuji.
yeah. Kazuhiro
That
is like
too.
scratching. Kazuhiro is too busy scratching his chin to like fucking do anything at this point. So
What's Damada doing?
I knew the Shuji would be used.
I knew the Shuji would be used.
I took this ages ago when we were trying to expose Aranori.
Hang on a second, I gotta check something real quick.
Damadai is just crying because we're slowly destroying his reputation from the inside.
I gotta use the bathroom. Hang on a second. Actually, I've been holding this in for like fucking 30 minutes, actually.
God damn it.
I'm thinking of dropping.
Is that Damada or Spider?
I think
That's
that's Spider.
But it's not just like, oh man, I just remembered I gotta take a fat shit elsewhere.
I'm thinking about dropping as many fire puns as I can in the general direction of the Unicorn Clan champ.
Care to join me, Superintendent?
Wow, that was the conversational equivalent of arson.
You call sushi burned fish, despite the fact that it's obviously raw?
Wow, that rumor certainly blew up.
I bet we're just burning with desire to know whether or not this rumor is true. What
a unicorn die inside.
This could be explosive news if it gets out.
Wow. I'm back, by the way. Alright.
Wow, this is really peppered the conversation with
Doji kind of like hears the rumors going about, and he kind of looks at Akira and he says, "Is there anything in particular you would like to share with me?" Akira-san.
Well, I've heard this rumor going around.
I'm gonna pick up that op, and he's gonna like pit me for 2 strife.
Hold on, scene over. We want.
Oh, you're concluding? Is what you're telling me?
I believe we've.
Are we making our escape?
Our objective.
Because
We're
like,
just going to like start stuffing our faces.
we're just eating now. I mean, okay, sure. He pitched me for 2
Doji
strikes.
son, don't be rude. We're eating.
Yeah, so it's like, at this point, I would say either like formally conclude the intrigue or pick a new social objective. That's your option.
What do we think? Do we want to?
I personally want to
try
drop as many
appealing to
fire
somebody.
plants at the unicorn as I can, but that's just me.
It is also like kind of getting late, you know.
We could try appeal or discredit someone going off the coattails of the rumor, but
Yeah.
Maybe a little harder to do though is the thing, right?
yeah.
I mean, discredit is just getting him to compromise. We can pip him with enough strife.
Oh well, Akira
All of you switch to
can.
fire. All of you switch to fire and just strife.
Just turn this into a fucking 5v1 roast.
God, what a fucking nerd.
All right. What? Tell
Are
me.
you
what
wearing your helmet at the dinner table?
balls in your
He doesn't
court?
want anything.
What do we?
Just
Okay, what do we?
like
What do we
shove it in
think?
your gut.
What do we think, boys? What do we? Should we conclude the intrigue or
Probably.
just further
Probably
try to dunk
conclude.
on Damadai?
Probably conclude.
Oh no! But if we dunk on him, I have a.
What if
I
we let it
can-
fester? Really put the heat on him.
Mm,
You know, light a fire under his ass.
think you mean under his armory? Under his arsenal.
Session over. No. One more pun like that, and I'm calling it. Stream over.
So what do we think? Should we end it or?
I think we should just start, probably just start eating. It will be
Okay.
food for the fire.
We'll end it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll end it, and if Damadai freaks out about the rumor, then, you know, obviously that's him looking guilty rather than us pressing the issue.
I think
Yeah.
that's
Okay. We'll do it that
I think
way.
that's a
Yeah.
good place to stop for now, because it is like 12:30. We've been at this like 4 hours. Pretty nice, I'd say.
4.5.
4.5, give or take. Yeah. My elapsed time does say, yeah, almost 4 hours 15 minutes. Okay, so this has been a great session. I'm super glad all of you. Oh, right, real quick. Some of your MVPs. Your MVPs, come on, work it over.
Ooh, boy, this is gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard.
Shit.
Okay, so that's 2 votes cast. Ooh, 2 votes cast.
Oh God, Spider, where are you on my friends?
I'm cropped.
I found you.
Yeah, there you are. Oof. Gloomy, are you there? Gloomy. Fuck.
No, he's dead.
Fucking hell. Shit.
The pleasing sounds of the shakuhachi.
Bye, Gloomy.
He appears to have just left. That's annoying.
I wonder if his mic may be broken.
Maybe. Gloomy, if you can hear me.
He's not
We
in
definitely
the
can't right now.
call anymore.
Fucking hell.
Try to just message him.
Gloomy, give me MVP vote. Cunts. For good measure.
Did every single person here get 1 vote?
No, not exactly.
I it's probably a two-way tie.
1,
Yeah, but it'd be really funny if every single person got
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, it's a two-way tie. It's a two-way tie currently.
Oh, we could just award it that way.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Koga and Tofflesby, you both get 1 EXP.
Hooray!
Hooray,
Wow.
Plus, 4 hours it says. Yeah, 4 hours. So 1 EXP. All right. 4 EXP awarded this session.
Oh, we're theoretically officially at the amount of EXP that. Oh, hold on.
That way.
Hold on.
Okay.
That should be me.
That concludes our session. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all, my players, for playing. Really had a good time tonight. Very surprised I had as much content as I did. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. See you guys.
Well, we're theoretically at the amount of 66, or I'm at 66. 66 is the amount of EXP that's theoretically what you should expect to rank into rank 3.
Oh, that's funny because I am just exactly ranking into rank 3.
Wow.
I'm a little bit behind because I did some out of school
Tune in next
shenanigans.
week.